Oh my God, y'all. Can you please, can you just walk away, please?
All right, mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2. Let's get this party started. I don't want to waste nobody's time. Let's get this party started. Let me go ahead and start off with this collage I got going right here. Why not? Here we go, folks.
You touch me, cuz on Main Street.
Oh my God, y'all.
Picking out the intro right now, you know?
Can you please, can you just walk away, please?
What is that?
Bro, gone.
Yeah, what you talking about?
You're embarrassing yourself.
I'm embarrassing you.
You ain't embarrassing
Who is you?
me.
Who is you? Who is you?
Nobody to you.
You was mafia.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Okay. First of all, I didn't even have to really get into this part. Mace, y'all. Mace. mace. At least that much.
And the pot calls the kettle black, calls the kettle burnt, calls her mad. Kettle reminds the pot that we both been burned on the same stove, that the parts of our bodies that are layered in soot were scorched by the same hands. Kettle tells pot that she still boils water, holds the hot breath of a white man's tongue, endures the slow simmer of a white woman's allyship, and still we make something beautiful. Pot calls the kettle wicked, and kettle says no, but says she's so magical she burned the hand of the last man who tried to pour himself a piece of her. Says she's so black she is everything, so black she is the beginning. She is the first thing someone finds home in when they wake up in the morning. Says ain't that what it means to be black? To have the world go up in flames around you and still be sanctuary for someone, saving men who lost themselves the night before, saving men who curse our names but forget his mama is made of steel too. And now the pot has no words but calls the kettle bitter, but loves the glass pan, the fine china, loves all the exotic shit white men put behind glass casings, loves how fragile things not made of steel can be. But this isn't about the pot or the pan. This is about the kettle, the black woman, how she pours herself across the earth, but no one bats an eye when the water disappears. We give ourselves to men who never love us, but they say we are difficult, too hard to break. How we, the kettle, praise this pot, this man for all the water he holds. How we are the only ones who do not call him monster when the water boils over, because we know this heat, this white flame, hot enough to make any of us explode. We are the first ones to make noise when the world goes up in flames, but they say the earth was saved by the man who heard her scream. Pot calls the kettle black, and kettle says yes, but says you best remember you black too. The next time they bring a fire to your neck, they burn black bodies on the stake and the stove. Pot calls the kettle black, and kettle says bitch I might be, says nuck if you buck, then says wipe me down. Kettle says yes my nigga, I be black, I be mad, and I boiled the last man down to his bones when he tried to test me. Pot calls the kettle black, and kettle says hell yes, but don't say my name as if you ain't ever been burnt too.
I'm going to keep this going.
I would like for you all to understand something. This video is about when the narcissistic person starts to stalk. I did a video about this like 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, when I first started doing my videos. People laughed at me. World Star Hip Hop got it, laughed at me, posted it. It's all good. I went through that. I'm going to do it again. When the tables turn in your favor and the narcissistic person is starting to lose, going to hurt, going to become very, very toxic, okay? It's going to happen. Whenever you hurt a good person, a good natured person, somebody that's treating you right, somebody that's in your corner, somebody that's not cheating on you, somebody that's helping you take care of your bills, your kids, possibly paying your child support, getting you out of jail, paying your parking tickets. This is for men that do this for women too, okay? Whenever you have somebody pouring into you like that and you misuse them, you abuse them, you hurt them, you neglect them, you cheat on them, when those tables turn, your strength is gone, stripped, gone. 1991, Leon Robert Walker Jr., 25, 26 years old, 24, somewhere in there. Looked at my girlfriend at the time, was like, I don't love you. I don't even like you anymore. I did that. I did it because we were deploying, and I wanted to go overseas and cheat and sleep with exotic Asian women. So if I break up with her now, overseas, when I'm having sex with these women.
Sounds a lot like what AH did, Austin did.
It's not cheating. 100% true. Yes. My narcissism was at an all-time high again. Months later, we come back from deployment. She got another guy. Boom. Instantly lost my mind. When narcissistic people are doing what they're doing, it's good, it's fun. We're in control, we're in charge. We hurt people, don't care. But when it happens to us, when those tables turn, We're not equipped to deal with the pain, the hurt. We're not equipped to deal with what's coming our way. You now have to embrace your life. You have to embrace your strength. You have to embrace the love of yourself. You have to embrace your self-love, your self-respect. Because when those tables are turned, that's God giving you your power back, because you didn't want to take your power back from me because you love me so much. So God switched those tables, gave you the power back. Now it's time for you to enjoy your life. What you have to do, you have to put things in place. I'm not talking.
Let's keep it going.
The first I'd like to begin with was Janice Talton Jackson.
Okay, let me go back here.
Kind of evil.
Check this out. This is from Paris Milan, by the way.
What is wrong with
You
you?
touch me because on Main Street.
Oh my God, y'all.
I'm a killer. I'm a killer.
Can you please, can you just walk away, please?
Like I'm on my face, snitch.
What is that?
Pop the club, holla.
Bro, gone.
Yeah, what you talking about?
You're embarrassing yourself.
I'm embarrassing you.
You
Yeah, he's embarrassing me as well. As you can see, just banditry at its best. And then us black men, we want to turn around and get respect from the rest of the world or from our community. But many of you have done this. I've seen some of you do this on and offline.
Who is you? Who is you? Who is you?
Nobody to you.
You was mafia.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Bitch. Go. What the?
He got a gun out of his trunk and everything. What the F? Yep. It's that bad. It's that bad. Pause this for a minute. In the house, Charzay in this house, Cyber Dreams in the house, Marquis Benji in the house, Creative Solutions. Let's keep it going. This is what black women have to deal with all day, every day. All day, every day.
You guys just saw that traumatizing video. I feel that this video is extremely important. I actually was going to make it a month or so ago, but I feel now is even more important to have this discussion about not only the rampant black femicide, but also different ways in which this is occurring. And I've been noticing this alarming pattern of many women being killed or harmed simply for rejecting a man's advances. I also want to provide some potentially life-saving.
Let me pause it there. Didn't the red pill community tell black women to choose better? Right? And for a black woman to do that, she's gonna tell a bunch of you no. So you need to make up your mind. You see how this dude acted, and you probably tried to defend him, like, why were they so mean to him? In the house, Tevin, let's keep it going.
That we can utilize in the future if you ever find yourself in a similar predicament. In the video that you guys saw in the beginning, there was a group of friends that were out enjoying each other's company. They were out about to eat dinner. Here's the account of what happened according to one of the friends on Twitter. She says, "We were sitting eating dinner, minding our business when he approached us, asking if he could take us out. When we respectfully declined, he started to go up and wouldn't leave when we respectfully asked him to. After that, it escalated when we asked for security." So after that video went viral, a lot of people were wondering if everyone was okay, was anyone hurt? And the woman who initially spoke on Twitter spoke on her Instagram story, and she said, "But I do appreciate everyone's love and concern. A lot of y'all messaging me asking if we're okay, and I genuinely appreciate it. I'm glad it didn't end worse. The last thing I wanted was for it to go viral, but it does bring awareness to the fact that women are in constant danger just off the simple fact that we're not interested. I never realized how many women have been personally victimized in situations like this. And it just goes to show what kind of evil world we live in. I hope everyone remains safe and blessed." So I was happy to hear that, but we really don't know long term the trauma that they will endure. I'm sure some of them are definitely going to need therapy after that, because gunshots alone.
When choosing better goes wrong, because obviously you see how he behaves, so it makes it clear that he's not the right choice, right? So black women are trying to choose better, and then this is the results.
is enough to make anybody have PTSD, but also the fact that it's going viral and it's always going to be a constant reminder of that night for them. So I'm happy that nobody was harmed, but I would like for him to be arrested. People need to call in to have him reported to the police so that he could be locked up. He stated himself that he is a killer and he even got a weapon threatening these women. I would not put it past him that he would do something so boldly in public. Just imagine how many women he has potentially killed over the same thing. He just hasn't been caught yet. So I would hope that a lot of us would exercise our right to call police to get him locked up so that no further women are going to be harmed or potentially have their life.
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. I really can't. Let's see what's going on with this situation here.
He came from a large family to survive these attacks after also rejecting these men. The first I'd like to begin with was Janice Talton Jackson. Janice Talton Jackson was a 29-year-old mother of twin daughters and a son whom she lived with in Leesburg, Virginia at the time. She came from a large family, including being the sister of Representative Ed Gainey, whom is serving Pennsylvania's 24th district. On Friday, January 20th, 2016, Janice was at a bar just before 2 a.m. with a friend. There was a man named Charles McKinney, whom Janice's friend knew, and he came up to Janice and asked her if she knew where he could get weed, to which Janice replied no. He then started talking to people close by Janice. There was a bar employee that knows Charles and Janice, and he stated that he later saw Janice walking out the door and Charles began following after her. The bar employee stated that Charles positioned himself against her backside in a sexual manner and went on to state that Janice repeatedly pushed him away slightly and told him to chill. This bar employee began watching them through the window because
That's assault, by the way.
knew something wasn't right. He ended up seeing Janice and Charles walking across the street, and he said he saw Charles approach Janice in the same way, and Janice again rejected his advances and pushed him away slightly again. And that's when this employee saw a flash coming from Charles's hip, and he unfortunately saw Janice fall to the ground. This bar employee yelled to Janice's friend, who actually had left the bar and was in a car texting nearby. He effing shot Niecy, call 911. The employee told police that Charles bolted away running and chased him, but soon lost sight of him. The friend told police Charles was running with a gun in his hand. The friend tried to help Janice, who was still breathing at the time, and her friend rolled Janice over onto her side and consoled her until she died. A medical examiner later ruled her death was a homicide and found she died from a gunshot wound to the chest. Charles was arrested a short time after a police chase, and they found heroin in his vehicle as well as a gunshot wound on his temple. He was charged with first-degree murder in addition to a slew of other charges.
My God.
Now, his attorneys claim that Charles and Janice knew each other and that the gun discharged accidentally after they hugged each other. But a security guard who was at the bar that night said during a preliminary trial that he heard Charles say that he was going to quote-unquote murk Janice right after she turned him down. After initially pleading not guilty, Charles was offered a plea deal and decided to plead guilty to third-degree murder and is currently serving a 20 to 40-year sentence. During his sentencing, he tried to display remorse and apologized to his family and Janice's, kept his head lower and stated it was a horrible death and a tragic accident. I was irresponsible and want to take responsibility for what I did. However,
He lied. He lied. Just in case you guys were wondering, he lied. He lied. There's no other way to say it. No other way.
Janice's brother, Representative Ed Gainey, said the shooting was neither an accident nor a tragedy. He went on to state what happened that night was a decision. The tragedy is what comes after it. Janice's father has went on to raise her children in place of her, and he stated that his daughter wanted to become a criminologist, and to try to fill the void from what is gone from their life is difficult to do. He also stated Janice was his baby, she was his heart, and he lives in perpetual hurt and perpetual pain. pain since her loss. I'm so sorry that she lost her life in that way, all from an aggressive man who felt as though he was obligated to speak to her. She said no, and he took her life. There was yet another killing of a woman who told a man no, and this happened this year.
Man, I mean, it's 4.6. Is that what it is, Cyber? 4.6? All day, every day. And then we want respect from Black women, and we're doing this.
Their 29-year-old mother. This mother's name was Shadina Smith. She was the mother of one living in Harlem with her 26-year-old fiance, Joshua Hall. Shadina was leaving her apartment on January 16, 2021, when a man approached her and began groping her. Shadina went back to her apartment to get her fiance to tell him what happened to her. So she and her fiance went to confront the attacker, who then pulled out a gun and shot Shadina 3 times in the chest. He also went on to shoot her fiance in the chest and the arm. And unfortunately, Shadina did pass away, but her fiance went on to survive the shooting. The attacker fled the scene. Police conducted an investigation and believe 18-year-old Musa Cisse is the gunman who in fact shot and killed Shadina and wounded her fiance. According to Cisse's family, in March of 2021, he had just received his GED, and his brother Dauda stated that he had not seen his brother since early January when he was hanging.
I mean, the beat can go on, folks. For all this for choosing better. You see how hypocritical you manosphere dudes sound? Tell a Black woman to choose better. She tried to choose better, and then your friend does this. You see, you know what I'm talking about. I've seen everybody in these rooms angry, bitter bandits.
I'm back with another triggering topic. Now, this could be a little, no, excuse me, a lot triggering. So please use caution when viewing this clip. I'll be right back.
Weird. What's wrong with you? So you don't want anybody to say anything complimenting wise, don't put it on. It's fucking weird. Wear a fucking bathrobe. Dumbass bitch. What are you talking about? Nigga, don't look at me like that. Respect your place. You guys are women. I put all these guys in my trunk and everybody will look at your forensic files the next day. Get the fuck out of here. Have some respect for men. Get the fuck out of here. I'm giving you a rough leg. You scared to take it. You think I care about you? Stop playing. This is what you deal with in 2023. Yep. My grandma was better than these bitches.
He's trash. If you had any wondering, he's trash. He's complete trash. He doesn't need to be talking about anybody. What he needs to do is be talking to a therapist. I don't know if it'll help any though. Maybe when these guys say that a therapist isn't any good, maybe I'm understanding where they're coming from, because maybe they're just too far gone. They're just mentally just gone. I mean, really, they've already, the good part of their soul has already left their body. And they're really just demons walking around now. So when you see a man in public or on YouTube or on Facebook cussing out a woman, he's evil. They don't understand that. They don't understand they're broken. They really don't. They really don't. I don't even know if it's, rejection probably set them off. But quite honestly, they were a time bomb ticking since they were probably a little child. Who knows? Is this every single black man? Absolutely not. But there's too many. And too many is all. I've seen, when you see, it's not just the ones that are committing the action, but it's the ones that either, there's really a stack. There's the ones that are committing the actions, right? And then there's the ones that support the action. And then there's the ones that defend the action, but not necessarily report it, but they say, well, you know, what did she say, right? We know those. Or, well, we're not talking about all black women, just this one in particular, right? And then there's the ones that do nothing. That's, when you add up the numbers, that's like 80% of the black male population. So like when you hear Cynthia G say, you know, bandits and be referring to black men in general, well, basically, you know, it starts to make more sense. It starts to make more sense. It does, because think about it. It's most of us, what? Most of us ain't doing nothing. At least you see what's going on. I know you guys have seen this, watch some guy beat up, you know, a woman and just sat there and watched. Didn't even yell. Did not even yell. Welcome to the stage, Cyber.
Hello, Torch. Hello, chat. BWE ladies. I'm not gonna be up too long. I have to do something later, within like 30 minutes. But are you guys convinced now that we need legislation?
We need something.
Are you guys convinced now? You know, I think it's, you know, since the Black Lives Matter movement, you know, it's been a lot of decrease in certain crimes that would put you in jail, like battery, assault, slander, stuff like that. The mammies marched for these males. They protested against the police, and now look what we have. So now I think it's time that we band together and get a bill put in place that will make this a hate crime, because that lady getting hit with a brick, she looked like she has some type of contusion going on. Mm-hmm. You haven't got there yet, right? I seen it.
No, not yet.
Okay. When you see that, I hope that you ladies are convinced. It doesn't matter if they're mammies or not. They're still black women. It doesn't matter if they're divested or not. I think it's time that we got the black women part down. It's time for us to move into empowerment. And it's going to take us using this judicial system in our favor.
Exactly. Let me move forward.
This question for the females: why y'all be giving y'all number out when you know you ain't interested? Just wondering.
I will tell you this, because yes, that was a real question on social media. The fact that so many of these males play obtuse, play blind to what women are going through is so silly. These dudes really be out there acting like women are just doing these things on purpose, or they simply don't care. It's probably because they simply don't care. But like Delilah says, my best friend had a guy spit at her and get aggressive because she turned him down. Some of these men are scary. I'm going to make it home. I'll block
where you see straight up. Listen to what they're saying.
The number when I get there, not taking chances. There are articles that are out there that talks about women saying no and the repercussions and consequences that women face. It's easy to use your Google machine to find out why women are just giving their numbers or finding other avenues to avoid being harmed because males are not equipped to accept rejection.
You know what's funny to me? The same men who tell these women to choose better are the same men doing this shit. I
You know, it's
guarantee
crazy,
you.
Torch. The article Prism emailed to me, I read all of it, and
Okay.
it's about these men thinking that women, that they are entitled to women, that women only value is our reproductive area, that's all we're good for, and because they are the human physical strength, that we have no, no power.
Right.
It's going to take us going to either the Supreme Court and stop playing.
Yep.
Until then, you have to get out of their communities, stop going to their functions, leave their clubs alone. I understand you want entertainment. Go out of the city and get entertainment, or just host something at your home with people that you know and trust. It's time for us not to be around strangers until we get some concrete laws passed in our favor.
So Ashley says to keep myself safe. And it's usually a fake number because they'll be like, let me call you so you can have my number. So I've literally set up a text now number for that reason. So there are ways of getting around it. Please find other avenues of finding a number that will work in these times. Shell says, because y'all be unaliving us because you don't know how to take rejection. It's nothing to not respond or change my number. Cotty says, to be safe and not deal with a heated confrontation, these dudes be aggressive. So all of these women are saying the same thing. There were tons more comments along these same lines. But then the dudes have to come in. They don't believe us. So all of a sudden, every woman on earth gets threatened for their phone number. F out of here. Some of y'all not even cute enough for an MF to even ask for it, let alone be willing to unalive you. Get the
Torch, it took only 3 Asian people to get beat down on camera for them to pass laws for themselves?
Sure, that's right.
How many of us either we agree with it because we think it's not us, it didn't happen to us yet.
Right.
I don't understand because we see too many videos. We got too much evidence for us not to be talking about the next step in getting something passed to make this a hate crime.
Right. Exactly.
the hell out of here. And then, so then he puts this
I
thing
think
on.
what it is, Cyber, is that basically they're thinking because the skin color is the same between the assailant, between the assailant and the victim and the perpetrator, that passes it as not a hate crime, but it's a hate crime in gender, and it's a hate crime because, quite honestly, just because you have the same skin color doesn't mean you don't hate that person because of their skin color.
I mean, the LBG, them communities have laws.
No, I'm talking about like self-hating black men, self-hating people in general, actually, but self-hating black men in this case, where they hate themselves and they hate the skin color, their own skin color, and they display it in different ways. But they're given a pass, for not being a hate crime because their skin color is the same.
Got it. And then with all the decrease of these defunding the police movements and all that crap, and all these laws being changed where battery is like a misdemeanor now.
Yeah, that's weird. Battery is battery. So
what that guy did with the brick, what was that considered?
we're gonna find out in fact. Let's find out right now. Let's get right to it. Let's get right to it. Here we go.
Where Tam at so she can tell us what exactly that was.
Triggering topic. Now, this is a definite trigger.
She might still be live. I don't know. But she had a live that everybody needs to check out. It was well done. Let's keep it going.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Warning, it's violence against a Black woman. And I just want you to be aware of that. But if you can handle it, I would like you to please watch this and I'll be right back.
Life to deserve this.
Look at that, Torch.
I never did anything
Wow.
She could have a mild concussion, brain damage, bleeding, hemorrhaging.
So, fellas, he tried to choose better, and this is what your buddy did. This is what your pal did. This is what happens when you don't check your friends when they get violent or disrespectful to Black women, and you know that's what you do because that's why you're in the manosphere, so you can disrespect Black women. This is where it goes. This is where it goes, fellas. When you enable your friends by just letting them slide, or by agreeing with them, or by giving them an excuse for their behavior, this is where it goes.
This happened yesterday?
Either yesterday or last night. Yeah, last night or yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm quite sure she's in pain right now.
Oh yeah. And you want to know something? A lot of other Black women too are in pain right now. That's the sad part. She's just the one that everybody caught on video. You see what I'm saying? Right
and
now.
Then I looked at the environment because when I look at videos, I'm looking at everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
She was in a predominantly Black environment. And it was nothing but Black males around. I've seen Black females. It looked like some type of a social entertainment place, whatever. She was hanging out. So my suggestion is, until we get something passed, ladies, you cannot go to these places.
Exactly.
life.
Look at that.
Anybody. Literally, a man asked me for my number. I said no, and he picked up a brick.
It's getting bigger.
So many men. It was like, what are you gonna do? And I told all these men, like, yo, why this man got a brick?
Listen closely. I just said this shit. Listen.
No, and he picked up a brick in front of so many men. It was like, what are you gonna do? And I told all these men, like, yo, why this man got a brick on my face? And he's holding a brick. And all these niggas is watching. And
see what I mean?
Last night it was smaller. Probably today it might be her whole face swollen right now.
Yeah.
No.
You know what's funny though? Let me play it back again.
What are you gonna do? And I told all these men, like, yo, why this man got a brick on my face? And he's holding a brick. And all these niggas is watching. And nobody does nothing. And
there's a lot going on there. Brosexuals. Yeah. They're defending a guy with a violent man with a brick.
They got off on it.
Yeah, they sure did. You nailed it. They got off on it. You want to hear something weird and ridiculously and ironic? If she was in either a different culture or in a different area, this wouldn't have happened.
Like I'm saying, I understand we want to hang out, we're young, we want to be free, but you cannot go in these places. We have to It's time, ladies. It's time. Look at this lady's face. Like, come on.
Welcome to the stage, Sarjay. How you doing?
Hey, what's going on?
Oh man, tragedy.
Hey, girl. What's your thoughts,
I'm
girl?
embarrassed as well. My brethren watched this man commit assault on this woman, killing me.
And they saying that this woman was her. Well, some of the women are saying it's her fault because she do a prank. I think like prank, she'll go up there and slap a man, but they know it. It's all like, you know how they do them pranks. Like people walk up to you and say something, but they let you know, oh, it's a prank. Yeah. She not really, they know because they doing a prank. Like she'll cuss them out, but she got a TikTok that she does that.
Oh my goodness.
When you,
It's
you
horrible.
go back to her video, it shows that it's a prank, that she doing a prank. Like they got this one girl to come up and say, hey, show me where something is. I asked you to show me or whatever. And then when somebody get ready to hit her, she said, oh, it's a camera. So, but they said she talked to the guys and whoever she talking to that she pranking, let them know it's a prank or whatever. So they said she deserved to get hit with the brick.
That's a trip. See, the problem I have with at least today's society is we always make an excuse for violence. So are you saying that this woman here is usually a prankster?
Yeah, she's a prankster. She got a YouTube channel. She's a whatever you call it, TikTok thing. Yeah.
Okay.
So you saying this night when this occurred, she was doing the same thing?
No, she supposed to have went out with her friend. She said
Yeah, she hanging out.
Hanging out with her friend. The guy tried to talk to her and she didn't want to give him the number. And then like a lot of women, once you give him the number, you could have given him the wrong number. Then he would have called you right then and there and it still would have been an issue.
Right.
Because the dude will call you and see if you gave him the right number.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do that, and they will get incensed. I've seen it happen. As a former DJ, I've seen that happen, where security literally had to stop this guy from chasing this woman down. Crazy. But
And what is the thing is they talking about you should have your husband, but your husband ain't gonna be with you 24/7 if you married. It don't matter. Meaning you can't go to the store, you can't do nothing
Right.
without your husband. Your husband
How about
gonna
we
be there
just
all the time.
How about we just not go where these people are in large numbers?
Right.
I don't know
is crazy.
what part of Houston, because I'm in Dallas, so I don't know what part of Houston she was at. She live in Houston, so this happened in Houston.
Can't see my face, and then they all just watching, and they let that nigga get in the car. How is this okay? This is what y'all doing to women?
Yeah, that's what they're doing. Yep.
These
That's
dudes
basically
ain't gonna
what it
help
is.
you. A lot of them bandits gonna sit up there and watch because they scared.
Yep. You nailed it.
To hear this woman's pain and see her injuries is really a sad thing to witness. When Black women talk about the dangers that they face from men, and more specifically, the dangers that they face from the men in their community, which are Black men, they are always gaslit and told that it isn't a big problem, when it is indeed a huge problem. There are Black men that are constantly attacking, hurting, raping, ex-trafficking, pimping, and unaliving Black women. And I haven't even touched on the sheer amount of disrespect and slander that Black men launch towards Black women every single day, in person and all over social media and the internet.
Absolutely, all day, every day, and believe it or not, most of the time, I had to jam up one dude for doing the same thing. He was all complaining to me about how two women were arguing, and ignoring the fact that this dude had been harassing this woman for like 6 months and he didn't do anything. So that's the weird. I've seen it play out in person. I've seen it literally play out in front of me. So it's weird, and
You think
it's crazy to watch, and
you think
it's
because
crazy to
this
watch
show,
people make excuses for justifying that kind of violence.
you think because this went viral, is this going to be the wake up call we need?
No, this ain't gonna be no wake up. This one thing, something else gonna happen next week. I promise you.
Dude, it's probably happening right now.
Yeah, it's something every week. Something happens.
Right. If it's 4.6 for deletion, imagine what it is just for assault.
Probably 30 minutes.
Yeah, I would say so. And they want, and we want to pretend. See, if black men, if we want to be respected, we have to check our own men. We have to check our own tempers. We have to check our own mental state. You can't say this is supposed to be the normal. This is supposed to be the norm.
Internet. You have black men that get on TikTok and YouTube and do live streams about black women and female rap and OnlyFans and weaves and lashes and makeup and what black women weigh. And they'll talk about these things for hours and hours, but they never address the harm that is done to black women. Never.
And themselves either. I mean, okay, so let's say they don't want to talk about black women or whatever, or they want to show the bro code. Black men, we delete each other one every hour. What kind of work? We got some work to do. There's no other way to put it. I mean, how bad does it have to get? Does every city have to be, crying? How bad does it have to get that these men on the manosphere, in the manosphere, because remember, they represent us in the communities as well, have to say, something, we need to start having segments on our controlling our temper or controlling. You don't have to say that y'all violent, even though most of you probably are, but you need to address stopping the violence.
And then what do the women do? Then what do the women do?
Yeah, I mean, think about it.
If men are doing that, what is your suggestion that black women do?
Dude, stay away from them. That's for one thing. I mean, there's not. The problem is that we have a big problem. This is a big problem.
Torch, this stuff is spewing out into the schools.
Yeah.
We got adolescent young men harassing little black girls in schools.
Yep. I've seen it.
I can't tell my daughter to go in a corner somewhere. She at school.
Right.
But you know what? They've been doing that.
It increased now. Now these little boys are speaking these talking points. They did that. But now they're saying the talking points. Now, these are 14-year-olds, 13-year-olds.
Yeah, because we got social media, so they can get it right in real time.
Exactly.
Listening to when back then, when I was coming up, it wasn't in no real time. So you had, but boys were doing the same thing, hitting girls in the eye and all that.
Yeah, let me play this one. This is where it probably all started when black women started building up their self-esteem.
Remember when y'all told women to pick better?
Okay, Torch, I'm gonna drop down. I'll be back on your next one.
Okay, thank you for coming up.
All right, thanks. Oh, and before I go, ladies, remove your face off of YouTube.
Do what?
And women started taking.
Remove your faces off of YouTube, please.
Yeah, I'll start this over. Go ahead and remind everybody.
I was going to tell them before I leave, please remove your faces off of YouTube, even on your avatar inside the chats. Please remove it, please. They're taking our faces and they're making content on our faces.
Remember when y'all told women to pick better? And then women started picking better? And then y'all got mad when women started
Real mad, as we can see.
taking your advice? What's up with that? There are a lot of women who actually took your advice, okay? But then they looked around them and said, well, there's not better out here. So I guess I'm just going to be single. But so many of y'all are still mad. Even though we took your advice, what's the problem? We literally took your advice, bro. You said choose better. That's what we're doing. What's the problem? I don't understand why y'all still upset. We are choosing better, which sometimes means choosing ourselves. Please, for the love of God, please don't think that that meant choosing you. Is that why you're upset?
That is it. That is it. All things Netta Jean said, do you notice that the little boys are unaliving their moms? And guess what? I think I got that. Let me. I thought I had the one with the kid.
But you seen the one where the dude talking about for a woman to get with him, she got to clean his house. Did you see that?
Yep. Man. See, and this is the funny part here.
When Kevin Samuels plays a slapping sound during his show, it's not a joke, especially when he uses it while talking to women, and especially because he advocates slapping a woman in real life.
This is T-Salt, y'all. T-Salt.
I came across a reaction video about Kevin Samuels, where he's explaining how there are times when slapping a woman is necessary. Later, you'll hear the commentary of the two men who made the reaction video on how dangerous it is for Kevin Samuels to put out this type of message to the men who follow him.
Yeah, let me pause this right here. It just says they have demonized the black woman. Yep, so it's easier to not see them as human anymore. Exactly that. That's the funny thing, Bridget, is that's what, you know, a supremacist group, a hate group would do to black women. Now that's why it's almost like, especially like the manosphere, it's like they're mimicking a hate group.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And they're just thinking that they'll get a pass because, you know, oh, well, we're black too, so nobody's gonna know. You know what I mean? So let me move this back. I want to play this part. Let's see if it's right here.
Too, we can't have a community.
Here we go.
If we can't hold anybody accountable that we are directly tied to, we can't have a community. You used to get a whooping by Mr. Brown if Mr. Brown saw you doing something wrong, because you were accountable to the community, not just your mama and daddy. I'm gonna leave that sitting right there.
Let me pause it for a minute. Let me kick out some shout outs real quick. Emily Moon is in the house. Bridget Mouton in the house. All things Netta Jean in the house. Mr. DJ Music in the house. Vibe is in the house. Marquis is in the house. Nikki Fabulous is in the house. Michael McCoy is in the house. We have Hazel in the house. Tomas is in the house. Kevin's in the house. Vonda's in the house. If I missed you, please put something in the chat. Here we go. Yeah, Bridget. Yeah, do we have I don't know.
The women today don't fear what Sean Connery told Barbara Walters.
Notice what he said. The women today don't fear. Okay. what Sean Connery told to Barbara Walters.
Times when the best course of action.
Wait, let me bring it back.
Hey, don't fear what Sean Connery told Barbara Walters. There are times when the best course of action.
Look at. I remember when Chicago Rilla was in our chat a couple times, trying to act like he was cool and shit. He's here now advocating for violence. Watch.
Is to slap a woman. That's what Sean Connery said. It's still on YouTube, right?
See how he's still nodding? How he has this guy has a sadistic grin. This is the leaders of the manosphere right here. All four of them.
Who is Chicago Rilla?
Chicago Rilla. He's some guy who used to come to our chat. I guess it was about 4 or 5 months ago.
No.
He said he was a community guy, was doing work in the community. Right?
Uh-huh.
Here he is. Here he is agreeing with Kevin Samuels on violence, nodding his head. See, that's what bothers me is I've seen a lot of dudes come through here saying, "Oh yeah, we respect women and everything like that," and then you turn around and sooner or later it's not even exposing them; they expose themselves. Next thing you know, he's on here nodding with Kevin Samuels about violence, and I bet I can go back on the tape and have him say, "Oh yeah, I'm not really about Kevin Samuels," because I know he said that about when he was on Anton's show. He said he was just on Anton's show but right here, he's a participant. He's a supporter. Love letter in the house.
By using the analogy.
Let me bring it back. Because I want
slap a woman.
I want Chicago Rilla to see this. I know that he might be in the clouds or somebody knows him. Yeah, I want to see him explain himself out of this one. Because this is exactly what I was talking about, how there are men that do the crime, there are the men that support the crime, there are the men that give an excuse for the crime, and then there are men that don't do anything. And Chicago Rilla is definitely in the mix of one of those. And he has the nerve to say he's a community activist or a community thing. This is why the community's bad if that's the case.
There are times when
not only is he nodding, but he's smiling. He is smiling. Look at them all. Look at these people. This is why I don't respect any of them.
The best course of action is to slap a woman. That's what Sean Connery said. It's still on YouTube right now.
He grinning even more. See, to me, if you do that, no, you didn't commit the act, but you're sure helping. You're giving other men that are seeing this. You're giving other men that is seeing this the green light, like it's okay. It's okay to commit violence on a woman.
Yeah, because they wanted to go back to the way it used to be, where a woman couldn't do nothing and the policeman wouldn't do anything. So, and then, she didn't have nowhere to go at that time. You couldn't have a bank account. You couldn't have nothing. So you had to stay there and take the abuse.
Right.
Not that you wanted to.
Soul Provider Stream says this. DJ Torch, do you critique only the dumb stuff from the man side only? Yeah, basically. No, actually not. I don't know, but if you've seen my series on mammies, those are all women. There's I think I'm up to 22 now. Mammy Sphere 22. You can look at you can look at all that too. In addition, this is a BWE channel. If you've noticed, all of those red pill channels, which outnumber BWE by like 100 to 1, are you asking them why are they only taking one side as well?
Because there's all them manosphere, all they do is talk about women, them red pills. That's all they talk about, women, all black women all day long. I ain't gonna say women, black women all day long, every day. It's something about a black woman supposed to do this, and she should do this, and she should do this, and what she should have did, and she should be married, and she should be whatever. I just tell them I'm rebellious, so I ain't listening to nobody
I hear that.
but me.
Exactly.
I'll go look at it.
By using the analogy that a child in the neighborhood would be disciplined by the neighbors, Kevin Samuels is saying that women should be treated like children.
Facts.
Exactly.
Facts. Yeah, and we know that the neighbors used to whoop the kids, and then your parents would whoop you, but we don't have that kind of neighborhood anymore.
Right. And unfortunately, we really can't, even if it was productive in the past, because it goes too far. You see what I'm saying? It goes too far. And so he's basically saying we should have kept abuse around longer. That's what basically Kevin is saying. And not only that, but it should be used on women as well.
Yeah, they said we children, so we don't know nothing. We children, right. We can't think of on our own. We need a man to help us think. A man define who you are. The man don't define who I am. I know who I am. You don't have to define me.
Right. In the house, Kimberly Moon, Spicy Black Tina, Soul Provider Streams, Bridget Mouton, Tomas. Let's keep it going.
Otherwise, why would he even say this in this context? And he keeps using Sean Connery as a scapegoat. It seems in his mind that if Sean Connery said it, it must be okay. And listening to him justify slapping a woman because she won't let an argument go, and that men should escalate a verbal argument with physical violence, puts Black women in an even more dangerous situation, given the current climate of this so-called gender war between Black men and Black women.
And Barbara Walters was like, thought he was going to recant his statement, and he doubled down. He said, let me explain what I mean. He's like, women have a way of not knowing how to let things go. You can give up the argument. You can let it go. They can know they've won. There's nothing else to be gained, and they will continue to push and push and push. And he said, at that point, once you've exhausted all other options, then a slap becomes a good option.
Because I'm talking and you gonna slap me? That's what I don't get. And these dudes think it like that. I don't know if y'all know Jay Prince. He said a woman should be slapped for opening up her mouth. Like you a child, like I am. Talk back to you, I'm grown just like you. I'm not no child.
Yep, that's how they want it.
That's how they want it. When you call the police mom.
A slap becomes a good option to your wife. We've now advocated for DV, by the way. A slap becomes a good option at the point where the woman is talking too much. So you couldn't remove yourself. You couldn't say, let me step outside. You couldn't say, listen, let me leave it as let me leave it today. Couldn't do any of those things. You had to go for a slap. That's what I'm saying. It very quickly will turn into DV. Yep. Because at what point, I told you to stop. You're still going on? Slap. I told you I don't want to argue about this today. Slap.
You know that.
Blood.
Look here, smart ass. I'm the fucking image consultant, and I'm about to make a real bad day for you if you don't check that smart ass mouth talking to a grown damn man.
Right. And see, this is the funny thing, is everybody wants to pretend that this guy was a good husband or whatever, or an okay husband or whatever. But we all know that this is probably the way he spoke regularly to his wife, who, by the way, supported him. He wasn't making nearly as much as she was.
That's why the winner got his ass. He kept on talking about somebody else. The winner gonna get them, but the winner got him.
Yeah.
This is the last warning, young lady, and it's gonna get real bad from here.
Yeah, I guess it got real bad for him.
Who is he talking to? One of them ladies on, like, really? Like,
yeah,
you gonna do what?
That's how he was talking to him.
And they sit there like, dude, you online. What you gonna do? Only thing you can do is hang up the phone, block me out,
Right.
Like, really?
in the house, love letters. Love letters says this.
Don't
That's
it?
what I do. Yeah, to Tina. Yep. Ike and Tina. Yep. So glad that she had the courage to leave and found happiness before she passed. Yes. And that man was a good man to her. Ike is embarrassing to me. Very. I mean, and Kevin's not much better than Ike himself. You can tell.
How's he gonna get that?
How's it gonna get bad? And you wonder why you end up getting talked to crazy, because that is what goes on. I'm a push. And you wonder why so many women end up getting abused and heading upside. That's what they got to deal with.
And that's why you
What
can
he's saying
get
is
those
actually
other.
very
Did you hear? That's their hero. That's their hero.
Crazy.
very dangerous, because at least statistics in America show that 1 in 3 women, they face domestic violence, they face a lot of cases of sexual assault and all those types of things.
That's 1 in 3 women in general. I'm scared to see what it is for Black women. Damn.
And you ought to know somebody that I had too, a family member and a friend die because of that.
See, that's the funny thing about the Black male manosphere. They don't want to fix that. They don't want to fix that problem. They don't realize that if they fix that problem that we have with our own men, that maybe the interactions between Black men and Black women would get a lot better. Because why in her right mind would a woman who trusts a man that historically is violent?
Yeah. Why would you?
You know, it just wouldn't, it doesn't make sense.
It's within their partnerships. Just in their partnerships alone. We're not even talking about in general. We're not talking about in terms of family. We're not talking about in terms of friendships or any other type of relationship. Just partnerships alone. And it's 1 in 4 in general, like globally. That's already a high level. What he's proposing is to actually increase that with this low-level threat of violence. In which case, if a woman does anything that a man does not like or does not favor, he can then propose that threat of violence or this domestic discipline in a relationship. What do you think that is going to do for the current state of relationships in general?
Yep. Let me go to another one. See, what it's funny because to me, really, quite honestly, the Black manosphere is nothing but verbal abuse.
Yep.
You know, and sometimes it spills out into real life and sometimes it doesn't. Let's dive back into the young lady who got hit by the brick. Since she's the star of the show. No, you know something? Tarzan, I'm going to shock some people right now. I'm going to play this clip from one of my favorite movies. This is going to shock some people. I might even get, they might even do something to this video. They might kill the video, but here I go. Because this hits the spot. Let me pause it. That's basically what we're looking at. Wait, let me pause this.
Why would they want to engage with any man?
That's basically what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
One guy's weak, the other guy is violent, and only the articulate brother answered that question right. And that's the problem. That's why we literally have issues.
Yep.
I mean, I would change it. You know, I would make it politically correct and say Black man and the bandit, but the bottom line is the same thing. Because it seems to me that Black men, we want credit, even we want to be seen and respected, even if we don't deserve it.
We behaving badly, but we got to have respect and title.
Right, exactly that.
I'm back with another triggering topic. Now, this is a definite trigger warning.
Okay, let me go back into this.
How is this okay? This is what y'all doing to women?
To hear this woman's pain and see her injuries is really a sad thing to witness. When Black women talk about the dangers that they face from men, and more specifically, the dangers that they face from the men in their community, which are Black men, they are always gaslit and told that it isn't.
That's the funny thing is that, see, all other communities, as good or as bad as you might think they are, they'd have one thing, old school, traditional state is like, protect your women. You're only as good as the women, you know, there used to be a diss that was like, you can't even protect your own women. There used to be that diss back in the day. Black men, we're getting more focused on trying to protect each other and not women. That's the weird thing.
Yep. You see how they take up for these niggas online, angry man and all them. They would cuss you out talking about angry man. Like, really?
Right.
Is you sleeping with angry man? That you that upset?
You just made my point. You just made my point right there. It seems to me that really, technically, these men, at least emotionally, are gay.
Yeah.
I mean, they tell us every day, so I'm not going to disagree with them. If you're telling me, you know, FB and women need to be put in their place, and then, or, you know, men should be able to have, you know, their share of women, even if they're in a married. What you're telling us is that really you want to put your emotional effort into your male friends.
Yep.
And they get mad at me for bringing it up. But if you're gonna come at me like that, what conclusion am I supposed to come up with? I can only be left with one conclusion, that if you don't like women and you don't respect women, and you only see women for sex, then, but you're down for your brothers, you know, what am I supposed to think? Somebody's supposed to give you a pass? So I will try to put it emotionally and intellectually gay. That's how I see them.
And them dudes that taking up for angry man ain't gonna give you nothing. All he doing is taking your money that you giving them super chats and cash out. He don't care nothing.
What's funny is he ain't even really Black.
He keep on talking about he Black. He told that trans woman that he's Black. Why you calling me Latino?
His last name is Valdez. Make that work. You know what I mean? Last name is Valdez. How are you? I mean, don't get me wrong. There are Black Latinos, but it's not him. It's not him. That's not him.
He can sit up there and talk about Black women all day. Ain't you with old fat white Mexican woman or whatever talking about she's Black Latino? No, we've seen her. That's a white Latino. That's what she is. But you steady got Black women's names in your mouth all the time.
Right.
If you don't like her, since you don't like her, we this or that. Why you got to keep talking about it? We know why, because you make money off of it.
Exactly. That's what most of them do. That's the funny part is, okay, well, fella, you're basically saying that, okay, you solved your problem by dating out, which is fine. That's your option. But if you solved your problem, then why are you trying to make more problems for Black women? You should just be living your life. They're just weak like that.
I'm back with another triggering topic.
I can get back in. I don't
It's
know
a
why.
business. While being surrounded by Black men, while being in communities that are full of Black men.
Okay, see, the thing is that what Black men, we don't know. Many of us don't know is that there's some basic qualities that women look for, regardless of their race, in men. One is if one is protection. The difference from other races will protect you without it being a negotiable.
Yeah, it's like
they're not going to try to make it a negotiable currency.
Yeah, but
And
if
for
you let
some
me do
reason-
it, if you let me own you, then I'll give you protection. It don't matter what
That's
I do.
exactly what they're doing.
That's why
That's
they got.
exactly
That's
what
why
they're
they
doing.
got. That's why they got the pew pew.
Yep.
It's the reason why women like Carlisha Hood, who was attacked by a black man in front of other black men and also other races of men because he feared no repercussions from his actions.
This is the funny thing is it's funny when I hear other black men out there that calling other black men cowards and everything like that, but they be those same black men that are calling other black men cowards are the
They
same ones.
cowards themselves. They scared.
Right. They're the ones watching other dudes do effery.
And sit up there and film it and try to
exactly.
make like Anton Daniel looking like little Daryl. Always got something to say. Oh, it's the black woman's fault. Shut up.
Amen to that. He gets on my last nerves.
Because the world knows and black men know that there is no one that will stand up for and defend black women. And of course, we know that we do have black men that will, but those are the exceptions and not the rule. The majority of black men are not defending or protecting black women.
Yeah, and the proof is in the pudding. If that was happening, the stats on how much black women get abused would be a lot lower. Because in general, see, people don't realize that what groups of men, they do this in general because they know that that if they have if the group has a reputation of a certain level of behavior and protection, then they won't be put into situations where they do have to protect all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So what's happening is that black men are seeing that other black men are giving them a pass on being violent. And the only time those black men will say anything is if it directly affects them, and that's it. Let me play a little bit more of this. So I got to answer this phone real quick.
Malcolm X said that black women are the most disrespected and unprotected in 1962. And 61 years later, things have not changed. We are in the same spot, the same position, only worse. And it's worse because we have these manosphere morons that are undesirables spreading their hatred that they feel towards black women to anyone who will listen.
Do these guys know that they're just as bad as any, hate group in general that's not black?
Well, that's why they on the FBI list.
Yep. And they need to be.
You hating because women didn't like you, so you mad at every woman because you're not. A lot of men are not desirable, especially the ones that do all the talking. When you see them, like, really, dude, really, we gonna talk.
Yeah, it's funny because every time I see these guys I have seen comments from dudes that I have seen in a photo that are, everybody, even their friends call them ugly.
Yeah, you talking about
Insult
somebody
women
hit the
for being
wall.
ugly.
Hit the
I can't
wall, you
believe it.
done bounced off that wall. Like, you bald-headed, your stomach hanging down to your stomach, but you want to talk about a woman? Really?
Exactly.
Like all black women are. No, it's a lot of, I work at Whole Foods, so I see a lot of fit women that work out and all that all day long. So I don't even know what they talking about. Like, black women don't go work out.
Exactly. Yeah,
I see more brothers with the fat white women that come in there. Like one, I was working and she gonna grab her black man like I don't want him. Shoot. What you know how you can tell that they insecure because she gonna grab and put her arms on this thing. I don't
like they
want
be
him.
clutching their purses.
I'm just working. I don't want him. You can have him.
Right.
You ain't got to hold him. I ain't finna do nothing to him. I ain't finna say nothing to him.
You have these men blaming Black women for everything that is wrong with their lives and everything that's wrong with the Black community, telling the world and each other that Black women have no worth and that the Black woman's only duty is to submit to them and do whatever they ask. And if a Black man wants them or is interested in a Black woman, she should be grateful for his attention because she really.
Look, I love Black love. I mean, I think about Black love, but the logic kicks in because what's the point of a Black woman seeking out a Black man for love, but she's not? I mean, it's why seek out somebody who is your number one enemy?
Mm-hmm.
See, the Black man, what we do is we try to sell that as some other race that's the enemy. But the best way to sell that is not to be the worst enemy. But we are. Because the worst enemy is a person who causes the most damage to you, right? It's emotional or physical damage. Who is that? That would be your worst enemy because an enemy is somebody who hurts you, and an enemy is somebody that can take your life, and an enemy is somebody that can disrespect you. So by logic, if any entity, it doesn't even have to be black women by themselves, just any entity. If you take the entity that is causing you the most damage, the last thing you probably want to do is be around that entity. And I wish we could have Black love, but I don't see it in the future unless Black men, we start checking each other and improving each other. That's not going to happen. Fellas, you're not going to get your women back. If you wanted them, you're not going to get them back. And sooner, the only thing that's saving Black men right now from Black women going out is Black women wanting to be with Black men, even though every day there's less and less of a reason.
Yeah, and they keep on hollering that Black man's the only one, and that's a lie. That is a lie.
I hate to break out a big secret, but the only reason that's happening is because other races of men think they're taking the bait that Black men are telling them that, oh yeah, Black women really don't want you. They want Black men.
Yeah, but that's not true because other race of men talk to Black women. It's not sexual. Yep. They always holler like, okay, but y'all are a fetish because y'all leave them the same baby mom, the same Black man.
Yep.
They on there on TikTok crying and whining and hollering and all this stuff about the Black man. I got this baby by this man and he didn't do this and he didn't do that. So
very much so. I mean, this is the thing. Fellas, go ahead. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep disrespecting Black women. But eventually, I guarantee you, those interracial numbers are going to start to rise a little bit by a little bit. Okay? And it's because you scared these women out of the community.
But the white man and the Black woman stay longer than a Black man married.
Exactly.
In a race, they stay married.
Yep. Kick out to Kim Lee Moon, Prism, Camo, and Alexander Brannon, along with Melanated Vessel. Melanated Vessel breaking it down. Access denied. I mean, I'm just telling. I'm trying to help these guys get some therapy. It's going to take about 2 to 5 years to fix yourself. And you after that, don't worry, there'll still be a couple good Black women left for you. But
yeah, they try to tell us y'all need therapy just like we do. I think all black people need a little therapy. We all can't,
yeah.
you know. But y'all hollering like we the only one need therapy and y'all don't need none. Please.
Right.
And then
The
they always
numbers that-
hollering about what the mama, but how we held accountable because the parent that stayed there is the one that was held accountable because they stayed there, they didn't leave. You left.
Right.
So how is black women not being accountable if they taking care of their kids and staying there and doing
Right.
what they can for them?
Right.
That's holding yourself accountable.
Well, see, they think a black woman should keep a man in higher regard than their own children.
Yeah.
So that's why they're not being accountable, because they're not choosing wrong. They're not choosing a violent man and taking care of the violent man and ignoring their kids. That's what they're talking about, accountability, because all the dudes who be saying accountability, all the dudes who preach about accountability got police records and shit.
Yeah,
Got
I wish I
jackets and
would take another man over my child that I birthed. I wish I would.
Yeah. Camel breaks it down like this. Any woman that hangs around a bunch of incel bandits, helping them stalk and attack other black women, is no different than a bandit. That's a good point. Damn good point, Camel.
And that's why they get cussed out. See, I'm acting nice on your channel. But you know I wild out. You know I wild out.
I feel you. Everyone engages in some form of fetishization, or of features. It's a huge gaslight. Melanated vessel, I used to be really, kind of like, mad sometimes about, these other cultures are going to fetishize black women. But then I think about it, I said, well, as long as they're not putting their hands and feet on you, I mean, hands and feet by somebody who probably fetishize you anyway, because you see how black men be fetishizing black women anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
Proof is in the pudding. Look at all those videos we make of black women, right? Instead of having music videos of respecting black women, we have more music videos disrespecting black women. So we can't even say that we're the most respectful and the least fetishizing group of men towards our own women. We can't even say that anymore.
I just say all men are dangerous because they men.
Right.
I don't nobody. I ain't going to no other race and lift him up. None of them. I think all men are dangerous to me.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is that I wish I could say.
But we be around black men more than we be. I'm around black men more than I am white men. So I can't really say about, because I'm not around white men. I can only see what I read.
Exactly. Let me play a little bit more of this.
He has no worth or value. And the only one that will even tolerate her is a black man. And that's what they tell each other.
Right. Let me go over that
Really
again.
has no worth or value. And that the black woman's only duty is to submit to them and do whatever they ask. And if a black man wants them or is interested in a black woman, she should be grateful for his attention because she really has no worth or value. And the only one that will even tolerate her is a black man. And that's what they tell each other. And they really go on in this world believing this nonsense. And that's why when a black woman says no or she's not interested, these black men cannot handle it. And I know you guys remember the black man that tried to bite a woman's eye out of her head for telling him nicely that she was not interested. He traumatized that black woman beyond belief.
Man.
Facts, right. She didn't want him to buy no wine for you mad because she didn't want you to buy no wine. She had a husband or somebody at home. She just come get us some wine. And you mad?
Yeah.
And they don't care if you married or not. Even if that woman would have said, hey, I'm married. They don't care.
Exactly. They don't.
It don't matter to them whether you tell them, no, hey, I'm married, I'm this or that, I got on the ring. Them dudes, they don't care.
Not one bit.
And when will this violence against Black women end? When will it stop? When will you, the Black men that say you care so much about the Black community, that
By
you
the way, this is protect Black women. This is protect Black women.
spend your days and nights talking about female rap and hair weaves? When will you address the monsters among you? Because Black men are causing far more damage to the community than Black women. Far more damage.
Oh, that's my argument. That's simply my argument right there. Because think about it like this, Charze. Why do Black couples or even Black men, why do they say, oh, I got to get out of the hood? Who are they getting away from? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Other Black men.
Other Black men, yeah. But
so
Black men cause all the stuff about Black women anyway. What? They the one who started. Black women were just trying to keep their man. Because Black women didn't do all that stuff that the white girl, and they started going to the white girls because the Black girls didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
So they started doing that. They started, dressing this away, started doing this away. Now, something that they created, now they mad. Oh, I want natural hair. I want this. You don't want no natural hair. All these natural hair women walking around here. Y'all want the Instagram model. But y'all want to control her and tell her, make her what you want her to be.
Right.
That's who y'all really want, but she ain't gonna act like you want her to act.
Right. And it's funny because these same guys complaining about, how women are treating them or anything, be jumping on that pineapple show.
Yeah.
Thirsty and shit. They don't see.
Kendra G. They all love Kendra G. How many manosphere have been on Kendra G?
Oh man, that's basically all the men that come up there. Because think about it like this. If you're a good man and you got it going on, you don't have to go on Kendra G. Especially these days that there's so many bad men. If you're a good Black man, truly a good Black man, and with a level head and you're hardworking, you're not going to have a problem, finding the right woman. You're not. But what these men don't realize is that they're not having good luck because either they dogged out the women and they're just looking for numbers like Austin is, where he's just looking for the next lay, or they dissed a woman in the past and ignored it and ignored the fact that they messed up their own opportunity, or they're just they don't have a soul and everybody can see it.
Yeah, and these young guys are listening to them. I'm at a restaurant and I was listening. I think I was listening to Bomb. She was talking about Kevin Sound. Oh, you listen to Kevin Sound? He's such a good. This is a young waiter. And then I said, no. I said, he ain't shit. I'm saying what I'm saying. I said, no, he ain't. And then he was like, oh, you so nice. You have such a nice smile. I smile anyway. That's just me. That's my personality. I'm not smiling. That's just who I am. But they sitting there listening to what they saying. And so when a woman do smile at a man, he think that she want to get with him. She can't, even if she smile at him, no, thank you, such and such. You smile at him, he think you want.
Right. See, men, you got to realize that rejection is a part of the selection process. It's a part of life. Exactly.
We all get rejected. Jobs, everything. Promotion, we all get rejected. It's a part of life.
Yeah, it absolutely is. I mean, and it's for some reason we think it's the end of the world, or we think it's something that shouldn't happen to us. But rejections, it's just life. I mean, and really, if anything, that's why men should focus more on finding the right one instead of finding many. Like the guy, let me see if I can go back on where this woman right here. Do you really, okay, here's this woman here. And the guy came up to her and asked her for her number, right? Believe it or not, 99% of the her saying no is not the reason he hit her with the brick. It was just what it was an excuse for him to express his violent nature.
Yep. So did they ever find the dude they can say or not? They don't know who he is?
Not as far as we know, not right now. Hopefully there was some cameras
somebody
around.
Know who he is. He
Yep.
know who he is.
Yep. I'm telling you, that pepper spray, you better load up.
Like Houston is getting real bad because there's
Yeah.
a lot of stuff happening in Houston.
Welcome to the stage. You can't get laid.
You know what, DJ? I wanted to say something really quick. Do you think that I know that it has everything to do with that, but the fact that Black men are not worried about building anything, or they're not going to be builders, creators, they're not focused on family, and they got a lot of time on their hands, so all they do is watch Pornhub all day. You don't think that it has
Thug
any
Hunters, not porn. They be watching Thug Hunters. That's what they own. Thug Hunters.
Thug Hunters?
Yeah, Thug Hunters, yeah.
Thug Hunters.
Yeah, Thug Hunters, yeah. I told a lot of these niggas are gay. They
may be confused, but most of the time it's just laziness. Like I mean, I've been trying to tell Black women that the collective of Black men, their only priority is running through women. And just like your priority is to get a family and have a husband or whatever and have a family, their priority is to run through women. They're not thinking about building or thinking about
nothing.
Yeah, they're not doing. I mean, it's sad.
They
to
just
say
like
that
them bucks. Them bucks was on the slavery where they was the bucks and they was having all the babies. They doing the same thing.
Yep.
Well, they always been bucks. It's always
Yeah, that's
been,
what I'm saying.
like,
They doing the same thing. Ain't nothing
except
changed.
for
Ain't nothing changed.
maybe in ancient Egypt they weren't like that because we were in a matriarchy. Like the women. You know, I really believe, and I'm going to get a lot of flack for this, but I believe Black people were just meant to be a matriarchy race. Do people not? I mean, do you guys agree with me or not?
Yeah, I mean, that could be true. I'm not going to say, I agree or not agree because I quite honestly, I haven't really thought about it. That's a very good point.
Well, I'm going to mention all that in my video tomorrow, but yeah, I just think that it should be, because Black men, they're not focused or prioritized on building. What does a man do when he has an issue? He focuses on trying to think of how to fix the problem. What do men like to do? They like to build. They like to they have tools. They like to fix cars. They like to be in charge. But for some reason, Black men don't have that priority. They don't have that drive. They could care less about that. Their main goal is just like basically busting nuts in women. That's what it is.
Unfortunately, that seems to be where it's going. Yeah. That's where it's going.
A lot of them need to get a vasectomy, clip. I don't tell them clip it.
And quite honestly,
snip.
And quite honestly, I think they're just looking to bust a nut anywhere. Who knows?
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
But at least they ain't gonna have no babies when they bust one. Just get it clipped.
Yeah, but
y'all don't care about the kids anyway.
No, a lot of guys think that it's going to make the experience different if they get a vasectomy.
Yeah.
Like it's not the same. And then a lot of guys feel like they want to ruin women's lives after busting a nut in them. They want to get the woman pregnant so they can have control over her or just mess up their lives. They want to a lot of men think about controlling women when they bust nuts in them. I'm sorry to be graphic, y'all.
No,
it's okay. It's okay.
I'm wild.
We grown.
I'm just being nice on his channel. They know I get wild. I'm being nice, real nice.
All right, welcome Heathen Queen to the chat. Welcome, Dante, as well. I was looking for that video by Crew Season. Let's see if I can find it. Crew Season.
Yeah, but I can honestly say that what if the man of non-color was not in, he didn't create a cohesive ironclad society that protects women. That first priority, the police first priority is, I believe, the protection of women, because they don't play this over here. Like if you call the cops on the guy for hitting you, they don't play domestic violence. And do you think that it would be better what if it was the man of non-color was not running anything? What do you think the world would be like?
It would be like, I wouldn't want no black man to be in charge over shit. Because you know what? He'll try to put us in slavery. Shit. Fuck that. No.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's apparently.
Now
Here we
he'll try
go.
to put us in slavery. We this and that. He'll pass all the laws that hit you and nothing done about it like it used to be long time ago. No. Mm-mm.
Let me let their own manosphere dude break down what you can't get laid was talking about.
So whereas in other communities, like you looked at in self-esteem by what you accomplish, how much money you bringing in, how many.
Let me redo it.
A man could be dead broke, but if he has a reputation for just being able to pull a lot of women, whatever, he's still looked at in high esteem in the community, in the black community, and that's wrong. So whereas in other communities, like you looked at in self-esteem by what you accomplish, how much money you bringing in, how many people you taking care of, how many people you employing.
Right.
That's where the status comes from.
Yeah.
But in our community, nigga just could be out here just hitting bad hoes, be dead broke, $5 in his pocket. He still looked at it as like an upstanding, solid dude. Yeah, man, that's a real one right there, man. He got them hoes. Straight up. So I think that speaks to the programming. We got to change that. We got to start speaking about marriages on these platforms, the right marriages. Let me reiterate. We got to start speaking on the right marriages the right way.
I can't argue with that. But every time they're not talking about the right marriages, they're not talking about men, improving themselves or being better. You know what I mean? It's just like that. Like to kick a shout out to Heathen Queen, Femi from the chat, Camo, Melanated Vessel, Dante. We got everybody up in here in Prism. So yeah, this is the thing. It's like, let me rewind it again. He's in the manosphere.
A man could be dead broke, but if he has a reputation for just being able to pull a lot of women, whatever, he's still looked at in high esteem in the community.
And the funny thing is he doesn't know it, but he's talking about Kevin Samuels. He's talking about all those, Steph is cold. He's talking about guys that got famous. He's talking about Austin Holloman. He's talking about guys that got famous by running through women.
And Kevin didn't have nothing when he used to be over there pussy popping on channels in 2017.
Sorry, wait, please repeat that, Charze.
He was pussy popping, so he didn't have nothing.
Oh my God. You said Kevin Samuels?
Yeah, he used to be over there. Yeah, in 2017, over there when he's over there, he would come pussy popping, jumping on people's channel. He was fanning. He was fanned out over Cynthia. All that.
Yeah.
See, people don't know that, but we got the videos.
Absolutely. Let me play another video here.
That's why that kitten heels came from Nyla.
Yeah, that was a good video.
But okay, I'll wait till you play the video. I just wanted to say something.
Let me no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, I just want to know why people couldn't tell that Kevin Samuels was in the LGBTQ community. I don't understand that.
I don't understand that either. He said it all the time, Men need to advocate for men being with men. And then he talk
Yeah.
about the Roman and the squads and all this different stuff. Then showing you how to clean out your butthole. Come on. And ask the
Yeah,
man how you
that
got a
was
big
a
dick. You got a big dick. What man asked another man that?
Right.
And then he had videos where he was in an all males gay club. Boy, I think it was a bar.
I
or
never,
something.
you know.
And then he was a damn cheerleader.
And don't forget about the glitch.
Yeah, and the glitch in his bed.
Yeah.
And then you remember when he was at that he was at some place. And the dude walk out the door. Oh, I gotta have some of that. Oh my. They see all that. They know.
But, you know,
they don't care.
I wanted to say about like a lot of black women, you say why don't there's not a lot of interracial relationships between black women and white men of non-color. It's because I overheard a conversation that two men of non-colors was talking about, and they said that they didn't want to get in a relationship with they felt like it would be too difficult, and also they were kind of being sexually.
Sorry, go ahead. My bad.
They were kind of being sexually explicit. One of the guys actually had an experience with a black woman, and they told me, and I don't know if they've told you this, DJ. I don't know if you have friends that are, but they told me that a lot when they had the sexual experience with the black woman, it kind of felt like they were like violating her because of the past experiences, that, you know, the long history of slavery and what happened in the transatlantic slave trade. They also felt like they had to be super gentle with the black woman during sex because they felt guilty about. But they said once you are with a black woman, you know, physically, then you're going to keep wanting to be with the black woman, and you're going to want to be in a relationship with her forever because you're going to feel like she's, you know, vulnerable and needs to be taken care of. I don't know. Does that make any sense? Like
it makes a little bit of sense. A little bit. I mean, I guess what you're saying, I'd have to hear more. It sounds like we could have a whole live just on that aspect. But I see your point. I see your point.
I don't know. I don't like white men. So not like that. We can be
Right.
cool as
I feel you.
friends before a date. No. I don't like wet smelling dogs, so I can't do it. So.
Oh, no, that's a myth. That is not true. Unless
I just been around some stanky ass white men, smell like dogs and everything else, ass and you name it. They smell like.
They must have didn't wash their hair in like months or something. Cause I'm in a relationship with a white guy, and I have never.
No, I'm not saying I'm just.
I never
saying.
experienced it.
Yeah, I don't do it. I don't do white men because that ain't my thing. To each his own. Hey, do your thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna play this clip right here.
The NYPD is looking for the men who allegedly attacked and robbed a woman trying to buy a bottle of wine in Harlem. CBS 2's Lisa Rosner now with more for us this noon. Lisa?
Well, Chris, this happened just before 6 p.m. Monday. Witnesses tell me the woman was alone in the store and being hit on by men inside. It was when she walked outside when the trouble started. Surveillance video shows two men walk inside chatting and laughing. Police say they started talking to a 31-year-old female customer looking to buy a bottle of wine.
See, the sad part about this is these guys will turn around and get mad when women don't want to be approached by them and will just run away from them because
they almost bit that woman eye out.
Yeah. I mean, why would you? I mean, this is the thing, fellas. You got to think of it in a universal way. Why would a black woman or any woman want to be around somebody who, after they hit on you, then assaults you? So when you give these dudes a pass, Think about it like it being you because you gave him a pass. That's like allowing a rabid dog to chew up your family.
But he was too close for to her for her not to have need him really hard in the nuts. I mean, like, why? That's all she had, all the opportunity. I'm not blaming it on her, but you know.
But
Right.
no, it was actually
me.
4 or 5 dudes that jumped her. She couldn't jump all them dudes. It wasn't just him. It was 4 or 5 dudes that took her phone and all that. So she
A
was
pack of
outnumbered.
hyenas.
Yeah, she was outnumbered.
These guys look so weak.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I would have
But they caught him. See, he got caught.
I'm glad they did.
Yeah, because his social media, that's how he got caught off of Facebook. Yeah, he got arrested. And then I think they said it was a girl with him, but I think he had beat her unconscious. Whoever this girl, his girlfriend, yeah, he had beat her so much.
Yeah, let me go ahead and play this through.
Police say she rejected their advances inside the store on West 128th Street near St. Nicholas Avenue. But when she walks out, you can see the 2 men follow and others also appear. Police say they kicked her multiple times and one even bit her on the forehead.
Oh my God. The intrusion. The intrusion. She wasn't.
But y'all want respect, but you're letting your buddies do this, fellas. But you're letting your pals do this.
I don't know what her name. I'm sorry. What's your name, sis? I don't know what.
Oh, she's Charzay.
Charzay. Okay, you could say what you like. You're not into men of non-color, but I'm telling you, at least you'll be protected. At least none of these dusties dare not like try you when you with your man. At least you'll have 100% protection.
We won't say 100%, but let's say improved protection through cultural differences. That's what I would call it. I like to be, I like to be.
Yeah,
clear.
I mean, I understand all that, but I'm not attracted to him, so I'm not going nowhere I'm not attracted.
Right.
If I'm not attracted to you, I'm not attracted to you.
I agree to that. I mean, all I mean, Charzay, is that you just have to be a little more. You just have to be more patient because if you like one culture and you want to stick to one culture.
And you know what? I can't. Like I said, I got good brothers. I got 2 sons that are great sons. Ain't gave me no problem.
Right.
So I'm not gonna say all black men are this and that. Like
right.
Bad black women.
No,
so,
you just got to be more. But just be patient because that unfortunately.
And if I don't want to be bothered with them, I don't like to be controlled because I could be married right now. I just don't like to be controlled. So if I want to see you, I see you. If I don't, I don't. So it's like that with me.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. In the house, betterment of black women, melanated vessel, spicy black Tina, Kim Lee Moon, cyber dreams. Here we go.
But anything but trying to buy something for herself. I heard the commotion. I heard all the screaming. So, because I live right around the corner, I saw the little blood on her face.
Police say the victim suffered a bite mark with broken skin to her face, pain and bruising, and was taken to NYC Health and Hospitals Harlem in stable condition. Police say the men stole her iPhone 11 worth around $750 and ran away. The incident is upsetting to people who frequent the area.
If you ignore guys, then they'll be like you're rude. But it's just like you don't want to talk to them, so you keep walking. But then it shouldn't turn out to an altercation.
I hope they find them and they can have justice for the young lady, and I hope she's okay.
And anyone with information is asked to call the NYPD crime
Like a pack of rabid hyenas.
Yeah, cause you think you better than we are. No, she said she can buy her own drink. She don't want you to buy no drink. You buy a drink, then you want to holler at her. She didn't want to holler at you. And she's like, if y'all seen her, she's a very beautiful girl. Young lady.
All right. I wish you would have had some mace. Like after I seen him approaching me, I would have just maced the. Well,
but I think they like surrounded her. She was like surprised. You know how? Because they just after she said that in the store. You walk out the store, you're not paying no mind.
Or bear mace, because that stretches out more. Like that gives a more of a wider field. So that's good. Bear mace is good for like a group, and regular mace is good for like maybe one individual. But you got to keep spraying it. You can't just stop.
I think it's, let me see if this one shows it right here.
Who was just trying to buy a bottle of wine.
She says that it happened after she turned down one man's offer to pay for her. CBS 2's Lisa Rosner spoke exclusively with the victim.
Surveillance video shows a group outside this liquor store as a woman walks in alone just before 6 p.m. Monday. The 31-year-old mother says she was buying a bottle of wine after work when two men walked in the shop on West 128th Street and St. Nicholas Avenue. She says the man in the red offered to pay.
I politely declined and I said,
That dude right there.
Thank you, but thank you. Could pay for it myself. And I got ready to walk out. Before I walk out, he basically said that he felt like I thought that I was better than them.
The men followed her out, she says, asking what did she want to do about it.
I just asked him, I said, like, you're seriously like trying to fight me? Like, I'm trying to go about my business.
She says they chased her across the street, kicking her, and one man actually bit her forehead, leaving deep wounds. She says he tried to bite her eye out. Others kicked her.
Is it okay? So, black men, do you really believe that this is not going to hurt our image? What? You're going to try to sell this as a one-off? You know, one of the I have you know what they call playlists, you know, in YouTube, and I just, you know, when I go through videos, even when I try hard to change the algorithm, my biggest playlist happens to be on black men assaulting black women. It's the very easy out of all playlists I have. It's the very easiest to find. Is that and we're not talking about like, you know, a woman's group or a channel like mine or a BWE channel, you know, speaking out. This is just regular news. This is just regular news. Like from CBS, Fox, ABC, they got thousands and thousands of videos of black men assaulting black women. They don't even have to go into the assaults that happen with other races because there's so many of us. And then the problem we have, black men, is we want to turn around and want to garner respect when we have not been checking these problems in our community. In fact, many of you guys have become the problem in the community.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what it is. And y'all want to get mad at me? I tell you what, I will gladly put out less press when there's less press to put out. Give me less material, fellas. Go out there and be good men. If you can't be good men, then get therapy and become a good man. You want to dog me out? You want to diss me? Be good men. Give me no material. But you fools keep doing stuff on and off social media. That gives me another excuse to be doing what I'm doing.
Yep.
You know, but they know black women aren't going anywhere. Like black, it doesn't matter. A lot of these black women, it doesn't matter what these guys do. I mean, they could be going around doing the most heinous things and they still are giving birth to them. They still like reproducing them instead of like doing selective breeding. Like black women have the ability to end this, end what you're complaining about. You really have the ability with your mind and your body to end all of this. Like I think like a lot of black women, I'm talking about these mammies, just want to complain.
Exactly. I think the core and the key to
Nah, them mammies the worst. They dangerous.
Oh, very dangerous. Very. Hey, Multi, welcome to the stage.
Peace, family. How y'all doing?
Doing good. Let me kick a shout out to Sharia in the house. Sharia Smith, Cyber Dreams, Betterment. Bring me from the chat. What's on your mind tonight, Multi?
Yes, sir. And this will be brief. I appreciate you giving me the floor. My question
Oh
is,
Lord, is that African? Oh my God!
Yeah, I know. Everybody knows your voice, but it's okay.
This
You can use
damn
Multi.
bandit. This a fucking bandit.
Well, let's let him speak. Let's see what he's got.
Speak now or forever hold your peace. Is he muted?
y'all can't hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can't. Oh, wait. Oh, he just dropped off.
He goes from channel to channel. He
And
gets
he'll
on
be
my
back.
nerves.
Yeah.
All he's gonna do is talk about like FBA.
Yeah, and all that. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. Get on with that shit. I know FBA. He got all these babies and he ain't even married to now one of these women. Get out of here.
Wait, for real?
Yeah.
I didn't hear all that.
Yeah, he do. Yeah.
Hi,
He
Multi.
changed his name. He changed his name. He was African diaspora. He changed
Yeah, I
his
remember
name
that.
to multiracial.
Yeah. And my internet went out. You know, I'm in Puerto Rico, but this will be quick. When I'll even include myself, when we advocate for selective breeding within the African American community, do we realize that the cumulative effect is that more mulattoes will be born and less black people will be born?
Oh no.
You a
Going into it,
mulatto,
aren't you?
ain't you? Ain't you a mulatto?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it benefits me. What you're saying benefits me. I'm asking, do you realize that it does not benefit you all?
Right. Wait. Okay. Let me ask you this question, Multi.
Yes.
Would you want a good mulatto or a bad pure black person around you?
Bad bandit. Just a bandit.
And I'm glad you asked that. To be honest with you, all of the mulattoes that are being birthed are not good. So the question that you asked me is flawed in that sense, in that sentiment. Respectfully,
It can't be flawed because you're not right. You're not telling the truth. You're trying to say that all mulattoes are bad. That's bad.
No, that's not what I said. I said all mulattoes are not bad, brother. You missed what I said.
Wait. Well, then what I just said not true?
You said would I rather?
That's not a good question.
That's my point. You said would I rather a good mulatto or a bad black person? My point is the mulattoes that are being birthed as a result of divestment. All of these mulattoes are not good people. We are flawed just like black people.
Wait a minute. You just told me. Wait a minute.
A mix. I mean, I'm trying to get what you're talking about.
I'm mixed.
Wait. Okay, Multi, I don't think you're making any sense because you just said that. You just said that the mulattoes that are being born aren't good, but then before that you said that I didn't say that. I didn't. Nah, wait a minute.
We could rewind the camera. We could rewind the tape. I literally said
I'm not going to rewind the tape.
All right, well then, brother, let's have some clarity. But
we can't rewind the tape right now, right?
So that's my point. Let me get.
I'm
trying to give you clarity right now, brother. Live.
Okay.
I said it more than once. I said
So
not all mulattoes.
Let's start over again. Again. Here we go.
Yes.
Okay. I asked you.
Yes.
Is it better that we have a good mulatto or is it better to have a bad pure black person?
Clearly the good mulatto.
Okay, we got that done. Okay, then you made a second thing about that the mulattoes that are being born aren't good.
No, brother, you missed what I said. I said not all mulattoes being born. Not all of us are good people, brother, just like any other race.
Is that what you ladies heard?
I don't know what the heck. No, he didn't say. He said
He
that.
said that they ain't all something about good or something. They
Yeah,
not.
I'm a good mulatto, so clearly I'm a good mulatto. So clearly
we're not arguing whether you're good or bad mulatto. We're not
Yes.
saying that.
I would never say that all mulattoes are bad. That's my point. I would never say all mulattoes are bad because I'm proof that all mulattoes are not bad.
Right. Okay. So, you see my point though. I'm making a point. I'm not trying to say it's not really about who's good. I'm making an example for you.
That's why I
What
said.
I'm saying is this: is it better? You first said that some comment about, well, if what's going to happen is that there's going to be a bunch of mulattoes, blah 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 blah. And
Yes,
you made it
yes.
sound like it was kind of like a negative.
No, it's a great.
aspect
No,
of
it's a
that.
great.
I'm saying.
It's a great thing for me. It's a great thing for mulattoes. It's not a great thing for you all as blacks, though, is the point, brother.
Why?
You are breeding yourselves out because mulattoes, we are increasing in numbers as African Americans are decreasing in numbers. In the U.S., the census proves this. So I'm on debate with you.
Okay, Multi, stop right there for 1 second. Why should we care?
Yeah, why do we care?
Well, that's my point. I cannot convince you to care about yourselves. I'm a mulatto, so I care that we are increasing in numbers.
No, I care about myself. But why should I care if
I don't care about what somebody else do.
Right.
That's my point. Let me respond to the host, DJ Torch. I'm not trying to convince you to care. If you don't care that blacks are reducing in numbers, that's your prerogative. I care that mulattoes are increasing in numbers. That's a good thing.
Drop
It
the
benefits
link.
me.
Yeah.
Okay, you got it.
Multi, you know what I'm concerned about? You know what I'm most concerned about? A peaceful environment.
Yes.
And if it has to do, if my grandchildren turn out to be mixed or something else,
yes,
but they're peaceful and good people in the community and doing their thing, I'm all for it.
Yeah, and may I ask you this, Torch? Just so we're clear, you do realize that blacks can create peaceful communities by themselves. You know that, right? You don't have to mix with other races to create a peaceful community. All right, so why are you creating this hypothetical where you have to mix to live in a peaceful community?
I didn't say anything about having to do anything.
All right, family. So let's talk about it.
I was making
All
an
right, go ahead.
example because you were making it sound like that mulattoes were bad.
No, mulattoes are great. I'm a mulatto, brother.
No,
My name is
no,
Multi-
but that's how we took it.
Oh, all
I'm
right,
not
well,
saying that's how you came off.
Yes, sir. But now
Okay.
we understand that. I'm not saying mulattoes are bad, right?
Okay, so
Why you so great? What makes you great? Tell me that.
I'm glad you asked me that because literally I'm a combination between all of the races mixed together. Matter of fact, you're making more of me every day by advocating for divestment. I'm the product of you divesting.
Don't black men date white women? How you gonna tell black women what to do? If
That's
they
my
want to
point.
date a white man, they can date.
Exactly. Both of you are creating more mulattoes. You're right. Both
Okay,
black
man.
men and
What's
black women are creating more
point?
mulattoes. It's a
Right.
good thing.
Why does it matter? Why does
Multi.
it matter when y'all do it? When black men do it, it's okay.
Yes, you both
Multi,
create more
that's a good
mulattoes.
question she brought up. Charze brought up a good question. It's like, and then I'm gonna hand it over to Roman.
Yes.
Okay. Wouldn't you want to take this to the manosphere sense, if you haven't already, and maybe even put more energy over there, since right now black men are dating out at double
And double the rate of black women.
the
Yeah, let me
double
respond
the
to
rate
that.
of black women.
Yeah. And I'm glad y'all brought it up. Literally, I'm surprised y'all have not seen me in the manosphere spaces. I'm not going to shout their names out, but I literally went over there with the same exact discussion. I asked them, "Do you realize?"
Where did you go? Shout the name out.
Well, sis, I'm not promoting them. I'm not
We know
promoting
all
them.
of them. So shout
Can
the
I
name.
All
ask
right.
him a question really
All
quick?
right. I was trying to
Wait,
complete a
hold on
sentence,
one
but go ahead,
second.
sis.
Hold on one
Go
second.
ahead.
I'm gonna let Roman Dropkick speak.
Yes.
You're
All right. I was
full
trying to
of-
complete the sentence, but go ahead, sis.
You're full of crap. You're full of
That's
crap.
like, all right.
Let me tell you something.
Yes, ma'am.
I can see through your bullshit. What you're trying to do is you're trying to come over here and troll because you're trying to derail the conversation about the fact that you know black women are increasing 21% of interracial marriages with
Yes,
other racial men.
I agree.
And no, you don't. That's not why you're here. You're
Y'all
here.
creating mulattoes. I appreciate that. I'm
Let her
happy y'all
finish her
doing that.
statement.
Who gives
Let
a
her
damn?
finish her statement.
Who gives a damn? Create mulattoes. Create biracials.
I agree.
Create multi-ethnic people that are already
Yeah.
here anyway.
I agree. Yeah, I'm not arguing with you, sis.
I don't really care. You're not a multi-ethnic. You're not a multi-ethnic. You are a black man. That's what you are. You're masquerading like you're a biracial. That's why you have those little signs and African diaspora and all that stuff, because you're a troll that likes to go in between all of these sections of people,
All
spewing
the
these
time.
garbage because you're trying to bring black people together and you're not playing no games with me.
Yeah,
What's wrong
that's
with
what he
bringing
do
black
all
people
the time.
together?
The point
Can I
is
ask that?
you
What-
don't like
what's
the
wrong with
fact
bringing?
that black women are starting to exercise their options, and rightfully so. That you guys don't have. I told you guys a long time ago that you need to humble yourselves. And the problem is, because you don't humble yourself, you're seeing a vast outcome of the ending of your lives quickly. You're not going to be able to take us out because a vast number of Black women are starting to exodus out of America. They're exiting with other men, and white men are not the only men. The men,
I agree.
The
I
white
agree.
man is not the man that you need to be worried about. It's the Asian men who have a culture of men who are right now offering women from other countries to come to their country if they invest a certain amount of money. Like example, South Korea is saying that if you invest a certain, you don't know because you ain't never been to South Korea.
All
bro.
right,
You-
man. All right, sis. I'm not trying to argue with you, sis. I actually agree with what you're saying. But can I respond to it? Can I respond to any of that?
Let her finish what she's saying.
You're a hood rat that's a troll that don't have anything better to do at your time than come over here and try to think that you're going to take over this conversation, and you're not. You're a dangerous bunch of men who have no boundaries. You have no priorities other than vagina, and you're talking about creating babies. Like, come on, make it make sense.
He already
All right,
got a bunch.
can I respond to any?
What needs to happen is DJ Torch, you need to drop kick him off the panel because he's not adding anything
Wow.
to the conversation. Yeah, you're
I
in a
can't even say
global
nothing.
empowerment space. You're not in a Naker space.
All right,
you're
sis.
not in a space where we're gonna sit here and listen to your garbage. You have.
Can I ask this to the host?
Bye.
All right. Torch, may I ask this? Torch,
No,
what's wrong with bringing Black people together? May I ask that, Torch? What's wrong with bringing Black people together? Can I ask that?
Man, go over there with them pro-cracks. We ain't trying to do it over here. Go over there with them pro-cracks. We're not trying to do it.
Y'all not Black though?
Multi, I'll put it like
Right.
this. Multi, let's
All right.
put it like this.
We're talking about a whole woman that got punched in her damn face today.
Right. That's
Right.
what.
Exactly.
That's what I want.
Right.
Wait, okay.
By a Black man.
Okay. Multi, you can
We're
come
not
when we start.
following your.
Believe it
Can
or
I
not,
address the topic
Multi,
though?
multi,
Please?
no, wait.
All right.
Listen, everybody. Listen to me, okay? Multi, you can come back when we do something that fits the genre and the.
I was trying to talk about the
conversation
issue though, the topic. I can't talk about the topic.
The
Please.
topic. It's too late. You already
What?
sidetracked.
Y'all didn't allow me to.
No. I mean, no. You had your chance.
I didn't. Y'all literally called me a
You did.
mulatto when I
You
first
had
got
your
here.
chance.
Y'all called me a bandit.
not a
When I first came in, y'all called me a bandit.
No. You had. Wait. What I'm saying is this, Multi.
All right, fam.
Multi, this is important.
I call you
All
a
right,
bandit
fam.
because I know you're a
You're
bandit.
not even over there.
Multi.
Bye.
So you're being biased, brother. You see I'm here peacefully. You see it.
I'm being what I'm being biased about is
Yes.
keeping it on subject.
Exactly. Can I talk about the subject, brother, please?
No, it's
Please.
too late because you had your chance when you
All
came
right.
on, and then you turned it into a mulatto thing.
No, I did not. They brought up that I'm a
You did.
mulatto.
You turned it into a mulatto.
Y'all brought my
thing.
name up. You might have forgot. Y'all brought my name up. I didn't even say my name. Y'all said I
No,
used to be
that's
Afro.
not
That's
the
your
thing.
name.
After that, you should have said. You should have been.
Yes.
Okay.
Jump from panel
Don't
to panel.
everybody. I got it. Everybody, I got this.
My God.
Multi. As soon as they mentioned you, though, all you needed
Yes.
to do was start talking about the young lady in the video, right?
I was answering a question y'all asked me.
Wait,
You might
let me
have
finish.
forgot.
Let me finish. But you didn't
Yes.
do that. What you
I
did
answered
was
the question.
you got us on this mulatto thing somehow.
No, I didn't. Y'all
'Cause I
brought it
wasn't
up, brother.
talking- were we talking about the mulatto thing before you came up?
Y'all brought it up, brother.
No,
I didn't even get
we
to say
weren't.
my name. Remember? Y'all asked me if I was muted. Y'all might have forgot.
No.
Because I didn't
No,
say
you
it.
don't understand. You don't understand. We weren't talking about the mulatto thing when you
I know,
came
y'all.
up.
I mean, just make up your lie, brother. I know you want to mischaracterize me. It's all right, King.
No,
I got
no,
love
I'm
for
not
you.
mischaracterizing you. I'm telling you exactly what we were doing.
So can we get back to the
before you
topic?
came up.
So can we get to the topic?
You need to leave the panel.
All right, but family. All right, Torch, before I leave, can I leave to address the topic?
No, just try to
My
just
God.
come back and just remember to
We're
stay on
not
topic.
your family. We're not your sisters. We're nothing to you.
All right,
We're not
fam.
related to you. We're nothing. Bye, Booger Bear.
The key is that when you come up to the stage, whether you're a male or female, if you want to change the subject, just know that there's a risk that you might be kicked. You may stick, you may not stick. We actually spent about 10 minutes with multi-generation on something that had nothing to do with this young lady nearly getting her eye bit out.
Yeah, I already knew he was gonna come up here that we need to be together and we all this. Nobody
Yeah.
wanna get this shit.
I mean, he's been here before and done the same thing, so I don't see why he's trying to make it sound like that we're holding him down or anything. So that's that. I mean, you had your chance. I mean, if somehow we wanted to stay, off the subject, you could have stayed up. But we want to go back on the subject. You had your chance. You had your 15 minutes of fame, and that's that. Let me welcome Dante to the stage. Dante, welcome.
Hey DJ, how you doing?
Doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing fine. I was just listening to what you guys were talking about. I'm not really sure about everything that just happened the last like 10 minutes, but going back to the lady who was attacked, she was attacked by, what was that, 4 or 5 different men?
Yeah,
Right,
she
yeah.
was attacked. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know how old they might have been? It looked like they were pretty young.
Yeah, they look like they were in their mid-20s.
Yeah. Whenever you have, because to me, I'm a man myself, and I notice like when I go out at night, especially to like a gas station or a convenience store, whenever you see groups of men like that, you say black men or whoever, it's always no good. I mean, you see a lot of these stores that have signs up that say just 2 people at a time, no groups coming in.
Right.
These guys are usually useless and have nothing else going on, but they still have a energy that they want to expel. When you attack a woman like that, you obviously have no respect for women, no respect for your own mother, your sister, no respect for your girl. If you got a daughter, no respect for her, no respect for yourself. It's a disrespect for everything, community, everything. Everything is a joke to them. They're living in the moment. And that is not that's a small section of people who are doing that, but unfortunately they create the loudest noises. Obviously, you said yourself, when you're doing your searches through YouTube over probably a lifetime of this channel, your algorithm done got taken over by it, you know. And it's just kind of hard to avoid, which I can understand that. And also earlier when you guys were talking about selective breeding, I think that's kind of like an offensive term, especially to, I think, the females to hear that. But I do agree that there is no thought going into most of these children that are being born these days. Most of these young black kids are being born out of fun and pleasure. People just having sex and not caring about the consequences. And then because you're not prepared for these kids, you don't take them seriously. And then they just end up being out here becoming whatever. And they become what happened to this, become the type of kids that attack this lady. So it's a lot that goes into it, but it's not really it's not as complicated as it really looks, but it's also not as simple, if that makes sense.
I understand.
I wanted to say something, and then I was going to drop down. I wanted to welcome Prism and Dante. But what I was saying about selective breeding, okay, so us black women, if we are the creators, okay, we create the existence whether you live or die. And if you're not here, like if these guys that cause these get into gangs, you know, go around robbing people, shooting their own kind and everything, you know, we can put a end to it. We don't have to give birth to these type of, because genetics does not, it carries down from generation to generation. You know, genetics, it's very, very hard to change a person's genetics. And most likely that child that you have, that son that you have, is going to be just like the baby daddy that didn't take care of him. You know, it's very hard. Science has said that. But anyway, I was just saying that black women, we don't have to complain. We don't have to cry anymore. We don't have to be cursed. We don't have to live in misery. We don't have to live in poverty, because we can get rid of this from even happening. It's just like it's like we're the creators. It's like a video game. If you want to play it, you can play. If you choose not to, we don't have to breed these guys into existence. We have the ability, whether they live or they be deleted. That's what I was saying, that we should do selective breeding, so that at least do selective breeding. I would personally say don't even give birth to these guys, but I know a lot of women aren't going to do that, so we should do selective breeding in order to make sure that that child will be stable enough. He'll have 2 parents, and most likely he'll take on the genetic traits as his father, and he won't take on the genetic trait of having a criminal mind or criminality. You know, that's what I was just saying. All right, guys, y'all
Yeah.
take care.
Hey, is that Dante speaking right there? Because that's
Yes.
not his normal picture. So I guess I'm not used to not seeing his normal picture. But let me
Oh,
say,
no. There's actually
No,
two
the
Dantes.
picture.
Wait. Let me clear something up real quick. There's actually two Dantes. The Deante, and then there's Dante, who spells
That
it
ain't the same one.
Donte.
gotcha. Okay,
Okay.
so let me say this. I don't like trolls, and you know why I don't like trolls, DJ Torch. So I know that African diaspora, he's been all over the place. If he's really a mulatto, there's a whole mulatto YouTube space. Like he's never been over there. He's a total black guy. So let me say this. The topic is what's going on that's causing all of this violence with these men who do not know how to take no for an answer. And we need to stop coddling all of these conversations, like not all, but some, blah, 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 blah. But if you're looking at the statistics, it's looking like a large portion of Black American men are, and the age group that is coming out of, which is the largest demographic of that's on the earth right now, is ages 23 to 34. That's the largest demographic of Black people on earth. The reason why the reason why these guys are doing all that they're doing, half of these guys are at the end of their lives. Their fertility is down. They don't have any options. They ran through all these women back when they were in the 80s because they was the man and they was in the frats and all this and ski and all this other chicks and all that stuff, like Kevin Samuels and all them bums. They're sitting over there on these panels. They've wasted their lives, and now they want younger women like us who are still fertile. They want to waste your life. They don't want you for love. They don't want you for family. They want you to continue their blackness. Do we not understand that? This is not about love. This is not about family. This is not about legacy. It's about blackness. Because that's the one thing me and another young woman were talking about. Blackness has become an idol to a lot of us, and we need to stop it. We keep on acting like we're some exclusive group of people that we need to preserve ourselves when you got a whole bunch of men out here, and no fault to them, because I'm not hitting on the passport bros, but they had a passport bro that was in TikTok today, and he's not associated with none of the guys that hang out with Razor Raids. But he's one of those passport bros that's been on TikTok, that's been banned about 15 times, and he made one of the most vile comments about that girl getting hit in her face. He was like, nobody's gonna go to jail for you because we're gonna stop some guy hitting you in the face. Okay, so why are you angry that Daniel Perry tucked and choked that brother out on the subway? You was ready to fight for that. When the Memphis brawl went down, oh, you was ready to throw up the signal, the bat signal and everything. Oh, you were so prideful, all full of just, oh yeah, that's blackness. That's us coming together. So that's us coming together with some violence. Violence, trauma, toxicity, hate. That's what brings us together? Is that what's bringing us together as Black people? Right,
exactly. And don't forget the enabling, which makes it all happen.
Oh yeah, we got them wide back quarterback mammies over there throwing balls to these guys like these two trolls that keep on bothering us. We got those wide back quarterback mammies over there throwing the ball to them, trying to get their little Scooby snacks, petting them on the head. Oh, you're such a good Black woman. Oh, you stand for us, getting ready to, oh, it's free speech. They can do whatever they want. They can say, like, I'm going to tell you right now, your time is coming. Your time is coming because I told you I'm a diabolical demon. Nobody wants to respect that. Y'all done seen 2 pages get shut down. I went after Lord Honesty. I'll tell you the name. I went after Lord Honesty right on Rumble and got his page down within 15 minutes. That page had been up for almost 8 months and nobody saw it. Y'all don't think white people are seeing what's going on? You know what I'm doing? I'm going to corporate America, every company. I'm going to car companies. I'm going to healthcare companies. I'm going to every freaking company that I can to let them know how Black women are being disparaged in America. I'm letting them know, I'm sending them videos, I'm creating videos behind the scenes for politicians so they can see what's going on in YouTube. I need them to see the toxicity that's really happening in the Black community. They want to sit here and debunk black femicide. Them sheriffs and them chief of police, they are seeing the increase now. And now that they're hearing the rhetoric coming out of these spaces, and I'm giving them all the evidence, you can't dispute anything that I'm damn saying. Especially when I have two black men attacking other black women online because they don't like a black woman with a strong voice. They don't like a black woman saying, hey, you're not doing this anymore. They don't like a black woman taking care of them legally. You're not going to do it any longer. And I'm not, I think the comment was, oh, every time Prism comes on Torch's panel, it's a whole nother energy. You know why it's a different energy? Because I'm a protector. And you're not. I am a defender of black. You can call me a Harriet Tubman all you want to, Mr. Hucker. Because I don't care what you and those bastards over there think about me. I don't. It's not going to stop me from grilling you. It's not going to stop me from taking your money. It's not going to stop me from going to Congress and working with all of those other black women that are ready for change and they have political offices. We are going to stop this stuff. And we're going to start with you. And if we have to use your voices, your videos, I don't even the ones that have been deleted, we are using everything we have to make sure that all the stuff that's let these guys that have been able to hurt somebody and go right back on the street, we're not doing it any longer. It's time for you to go. It's time for you to pay the piper, and it's time for you to move on.
Yep.
So,
that's how Agent McDowell died, got killed because of back, I think in 2000 and something, when Agent McDowell, the guy killed her in a classroom, shot her, listening to that red pill shit.
Yeah, but we're tired of it. Like, people are tired of this. I don't think people understand it. People are tired. Like, why would you, if you have a problem with the woman telling you, I'm over here listening to women on TikTok talking about, just go ahead and give them the number, then block them. Are you crazy?
That was the dumbest thing, because all they're going to do is they're going to check and see if you gave them the right number. Then you got another problem.
Can I say something? Can I say something? You don't mind?
Who is that talking?
My name is Betterment of Black Women.
Hey, Diamond Princess, go ahead.
Hey, I saw what happened to that woman that got hit by a brick, and these guys, they're so desperate to get female validation or to have women. Like, here's the thing, they're forcing women to like them, to give them attention. And when women don't give it to them, they want to force them to submit. And to me, that is very dangerous. Here's the thing. When you have guys that are resorting to violence against women because women are not talking to them, they're not giving them their number, they're using these tactics so black women would be submissive, they could be humble and all that stuff. But what these guys are not realizing is that they're chasing black women away from them when they cause us harm and violence. We're not safe around these type of men when they want to harm us, because these guys know that we're not checking for them. They're broke. They don't have a good job. They don't have like any income coming in, and we're not paying attention into them anymore. And black women, I hate to say it, but we have to leave our proximity of being around black people that are violent, because they don't have our best interests at heart. When we're successful as nurses, doctors, lawyers, we have to be in a community where we are safe and not harmed. Because I live in a community where I'm not being attacked because I'm ignoring a man trying to like get me to get him my number. I'm not being harassed like that. I'm going to the grocery stores, I'm buying food, and I'm getting the hell out of there. But when you live in places like Oakland, South LA, Long Beach, these hoods, you're gonna run into these type of niggas. Because these niggas, they know that they're not worth a damn. But they want to sit there and they want to holler at you because they feel entitled to you as to them as a man. And
I want you to look at I want you. I'm not trying to be mean. I need you all to look at the phenotype of all the women, the majority of them that are being attacked.
Right, but
it's always the brown-skinned girls and the darker-skinned girls who are being attacked by these guys who don't know how to take no for an answer. And I'm going to tell you there's a reason behind it. Now, I'm not going to tell you the reason on DJ Torch's panel. I'm going to be on another panel tonight where there's a Black Conscious panel, and I'm going to talk about it. But y'all are in trouble.
But here's the
All
thing.
women are in trouble, and you keep looking for solutions that are so ridiculous. I need you to pick up the telephone tomorrow to get in touch with your chief of police in your city. I need you to bug them. I need you to talk to them about everything that's been going on in YouTube. Send them videos of the harassment, show them TikToks. Find a time to create a meeting with them so that you can go over with them and other police officers so they are aware of what's going on so that they are not in the dark. When I called and I spoke to a certain team of Florida police officers, and I told them, have you noticed that there's an uptick of Black women unalivings in your city? And they were like, yeah. And I said, well, do you want to know why? And I began to give them the whole thing. Those people are equally as invested in everything that I have to say now. I'm doing this in multiple states, and I can't do it alone. I'm going to people in Congress. I'm going everywhere I can to show people that the Black femicide rate is a real thing. I don't care about saving No Stone Mountain. Not when those men are using the rocks to throw them in our face now.
I want to say one thing. I don't know if you guys heard about this man unaliving a non-Black woman because she did not want to abort his baby. They're starting to unalive them as well.
I understand that, and I'm not saying
but here's the thing: when you have an uptick of non-Black women getting unalived, that's when the politicians are going to take this seriously because they're non-Black women.
I tell you, but I'm gonna say this, Diamond, and I'm gonna leave after this because I want to say my voice for the other channel. Because every time I come on here, everybody says, oh, she sounds angry. I should be angry. Why are you not angry? Why are you as Black women not angry for the way that your grandmothers, your great-grandmothers, your great-great-grandmothers, your coming daughters, why are you not afraid? Why are you not angry about the way you're being treated? Why are you not angry about that fact that that Black woman was hit in her face?
Mm-hmm.
Time and chance, it could be you.
By the stats, it will be you.
That's right, DJ Torch. Like, why are you not angry about this? Why are you not upset about that Black girl getting up there? Did you see her face? Did you see that beautiful girl's face? And you got Black men out here talking about already they're uploading videos from her other pages talking about her sexuality or what she did or she shouldn't have did this. They're already on there disparaging that Black girl because as if she deserved to get hit in the face.
This is the funny thing. What I learned is that like I was stating before, these men are just looking for an excuse to play out their own pathology. It's not anything to do with what her sexuality was or anything, because they would have just had another list of different reasons if it was somebody else. That's the key, is that basically that's the key that everybody, including the men and the clowns, need to understand. If you're expressing a certain type of pathology, a negative. You know the difference between good and bad, fellas, and we know the difference between good and bad, ladies. That if you're doing illegal, half illegal stuff, you're breaking policies of companies, breaking policies of websites to do stuff. Are you insulting people? Are you defaming people? Are you calling people out of their name? Are you yelling at the top of your voice with vulgarities? Then you know that you are the wrong person. And you yourself can change that, okay? But you don't. And the reason why is because you are who we thought you were, fellas. And we're not going to let you off the hook. All you have to do is change. All these men have to do is change.
There is no possibility.
Express a peaceful aura, but they can't even do it. They're not capable.
There's no possibility of any type of kumbaya between black men and black women. I'm sorry. All of this.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Prism, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about just for their own quality of life. They're destroying themselves. They just don't know yet. They don't realize that the way that they're behaving is a reason why they don't have the job they want. It's the reason why they're not getting the women they want. It's the reason they don't have the house they want. It's the reason they're not getting the respect they want. It's the reason they're not getting the peace they want, because they're not peaceful people. They're not good people, and they don't want to fix themselves and get therapy for it. They want to blame their mom. They want to blame their sisters. They want to blame other women. They want to blame even other people. They want to blame the man. They want to blame culture. They want to blame some political group. And they can do it all they want. They're still going to wake up and be the same black man. That's the problem they have. You can change, yes, but you're going to need some help. You're going to have to get off of that manosphere boat and get onto a therapy boat, whether it be on YouTube, whether it be reading a book on therapy, self-help, whether it be taking a peaceful walk and handling your anger and handling your dysfunction. But you know something, fellas? You're not going to do that, are you? You're going to be back on this. You're going to be back on that bigot station, Obsidian station, Kevin station, MTR station, Melanie station, Chantel station, eating up that bigotry. And you know how I know it's that bigotry? Is you can take everything those people say, plug in black men where you have black women, plug in. Yeah, basically all you have to do is plug in black men where you have black women, and you can go and it will mimic exactly what hate groups say about you. And it's the same thing. So yeah, go ahead, give them all your money in super chats, because maybe that'll keep you from doing something, walking down the street or going on a trip and doing something violent to some innocent person. Okay. That's, by all means, give them all your money. What they're going to do is reinforce your fear and reinforce your anger and leave you nothing but pain and sadness.
Okay,
But DJ,
because I know Dante's up here, I'm going to say this last thing. I'm going to give Black YouTube 30 days to start cleaning this stuff up. And if it doesn't start cleaning its stuff up, I'm telling you right now, I'm bringing white women in, because it seems like black women and black men don't have the ability to stop this kind of stuff, to stop the hate speech, to stop all these things that's been going on, and all these updates of these black women being assaulted. If you do not stop this in 30 days, I'm gonna start bringing in white women to start cleaning up this stuff and starting to attack YouTube. They're going to attack Cash App. They're going to attack PayPal. We're going to shut down your money. I'm going to bring white women in to clean up the damn job. I don't care if you like it. I'm sick and tired of it. Have a nice evening.
The recording is
Prism,
right
don't
now,
go nowhere. You on fire, girl.
I think the recording, or maybe that was just Dante. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm just checking because I heard an echo, and sometimes that means that they're recording.
Hi,
Welcome, Dante.
How you doing? Prism, you on fire. Yeah.
Was there something you wanted to say?
Yeah, Dante, you don't mind if I speak a few words?
Go on, baby girl.
Okay. These guys, I don't know. They just want they want Black women to respect them as they are. And these guys, they don't do anything to earn your respect as women. They
Amen.
want to cause harm to you when you don't give them any attention whatsoever, because we're tired of these broke men living under our roof, not doing nothing, not working, being disrespectful and cheating. Like, we shouldn't put up with none of this as a woman. But it's just sad that women are putting up with this because we're suffering from low self-esteem, and we don't respect ourselves as women. Trust me, I've been in that lane, and I do not want to go back.
Right.
And these guys are very dangerous. You're actually risking your life, and if you have children, you're risking their lives to be harmed, because we see women in these relationships get killed in these VD relationships because they didn't have the courage to get out and save themselves and save their children. We do not want to see this on the news anymore. And I agree with Prism on this. Like, she shouldn't have to be the only one to reach out to our politicians, our city officials, to get things done. We should be doing that as well. As Black women, if you know that your son, your dad, your uncle, whoever, any man or woman out there that is being violent against you, you should be connecting to the police, the politicians, anybody that can get laws to change, because we cannot sit here and accept this. I do not want to see us continue to be on the news, excuse me, because we are getting killed by because we're in a VD relationship. We should not be. That should not be happening. Us as women, as Black women, we should be a protected class. We should be the most protected class, to be honest with you, because we're the most disrespected, we're the most hated, and that goes with any group. And we should call for that, to be the most protected race of women in the world. But it has to start with us. Go ahead, Dante. I didn't want to speak any long.
Go on.
No, I'm done.
I didn't get a chance to say anything. I also see an uptick in, the unalivings, and I just saw the a black woman's family having to bury their daughter because of a domestic violence issue. And I don't know if any of you know about what happened to Alicia Watts, but they found her in a shallow grave, and they arrested her boyfriend. It's got to come to a point where Black women have to stop, worshiping Black men. It has to come to that, because as of right now, Black femicide is going up, and Black women who are being unalived is mostly because of DV. And And you know, I'm angry about this too. I'm angry that black women are being taken off this earth because black men want the attention from black women, or they act like if I can't have you, no one can. This whole marching and worshiping black men. I'm sorry, y'all. As I was saying, this whole worshiping black and black men stuff, it has to stop. At a certain point, because here's the thing: they call black women and you know, the black male worshippers, they call black men kings, right? But at the same time, you know, that is giving the entitled black men more and more and more and more you know, more, well, I would say it's making them more entitled. And I'm not saying that and I'm not saying, you know, that the women here are, you know, worshiping black men. I know that the women here are not. And you know, and overall, I'm starting to really, I'm really am angry at the fact that black women are being taken off this earth way too soon. And that's all I have to say.
All right, let's go.
I agree with you. Oh, it's like I'll make it quick.
No, take your time. Take your time. I actually was just going to mention that you can go next. And then after that, Deontay, if he's still up here. Wait, no.
Okay. A lot of this got to do with some of the upbringing, some of these dudes that some of these animals and savages we have to deal with. See, I agree with some of the talking points that that Umar Johnson was saying, how black men contribute of making these Pookie and Ray Rays and these monsters. Yes, we do. Because anytime that we refuse to marry these women, anytime we go around and impregnate women that we do not want to marry, it shows a lack of male leadership. It's incompetent leadership. When a man is always important in the house. Anytime there's an absentee man in that house, it's not structured. 9 times out of 10, the kids may grow up dysfunctional. As you see with the girl that got assaulted with the brick, black men contribute of making these savages and monsters that they always have the nerves to complain about. If black man would step up and take accountability and stop practicing rugged individualism, we could see a difference in the community. But long as black men contribute to making these savages and animals that you see by not marrying these women and going around sleeping around with all different types of women, getting them pregnant and leaving them as single mothers, that's just what we're gonna get. I'm done.
Excellent. Charzay, it's been a minute. You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. Let me play one more video and then we can review it and then go from there. I cringe every time I see a black man causing a crime, because it's like it's one step back for all black men and all black culture. Actually, let's see what happens here. This is there's no voice. This is actually video footage. This is from a news station. I've been grabbing news stations because they're basically, you can't, the manosphere, they can't say, oh yeah, you're just getting that from a woman's group or something. It's just news. Just news.
They can they're gonna try to debunk it and say that, oh, that doesn't really happen in real life. This is fake news.
All they need to do is see, he's walking over that girl. He's got his, look at that. Oh no.
Are you seeing something I don't see?
Oh my God. Oh my God. My bad. Hold on 1 second. I blew it. Hold on. Here we go.
Yep, that's the savages and animals that black man contribute are making when we make these single parent homes with just like that. We make them beasts.
I have no, I would like to see the manosphere defend this. What are you going to do about it, guys? How are you going to fix this?
All they're going to do is put it on single mothers. But who made them?
In Houston too. I told you, Houston is off the chain now.
Yes.
That's all they're going to put. Well, who raised them? That's they talking to. That's their go-to talking point. Well, who raised them?
Yeah, we raised them because your ass left. That's why we raised them.
That's pretty much it. Man, I mean, I don't know what else to say.
He stole up hers because she didn't talk to him.
Yeah. And here's the funny thing. You know what's funny about it? If that is his car, he's toast. Because I'll tell you one thing, that gas station had all the surveillance, right?
They're gonna find him because he's not masked. They're going to find him.
But women need to stop going to the gas station late at night. I would just want to go to the gas station late at night like that.
Yeah.
And in fact, yes, I agree. Number one, I'll go over the basics because, a security person should be who I'll try to find should handle the deep stuff. Number one, ladies, don't go to don't go to you shouldn't go to a mom and pop shop at all.
Yeah, especially going at nighttime, late at night, even when it gets dark.
Yep, middle of the day or right after work, go to a main grocery store that has all the surveillance and security guards. That's number one. Number two, same thing like Charzay was saying, get your gas in the day. You got to look at it like the wolves come out at night.
And yes, they do.
Come out at night.
Yes, they do.
Vampires that come out at night. And I hate it breaks my heart to see that as black men doing this.
I'm sorry, I will try to get my gas from
it's an echo,
it's an echo.
Neighborhood.
It's an echo.
Yeah, Dante, whenever you want to speak, just hit your mic on and then you can speak. But yeah. I'm sorry, what were you saying? Betterment?
What I was saying was I want to have went to another side of town when it's nice and just get my gas from there. Like I would never stop anywhere in the hood. Never.
Thank you.
Yeah, I live in the suburbs. Ain't no way I'll stay I'm from the hood, but I wouldn't go back over there and live.
Yep.
I recommend for women to take a self-defense class. Depends on how your schedule is. but I recommend y'all take a self-defense class and get your CCW, because you guys, it's just like it depends on how your situation. Y'all can work night shifts or whatever. You might have to get your gas at night or whatever. So that's why I say it's always good for a woman to take some kind of self-defense class or get her CCW. I say your CCW first, because that piece of,
you don't have to get your gas at night. You can get your gas in the morning. I mean, you can get your gas in the day where it's thing. You choose. Some people like to let their car run empty, and then go fill it up. Then it's too late if you're coming somewhere. You can go in the daytime. I just wouldn't go. I don't care where you're at. If you're in the suburbs, anything, because anything can happen. You got people lurking.
Right. Well, you got people lurking in the daytime too, but it's not as often.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But if you nighttime, it's dark. You don't know who's gonna come up behind you.
Exactly.
Right. Let me read this message from Go Glow. Ringo TV and Angry Man said they feel sorry for the man because the evil lady rejected him, and she deserved it.
Because she
had
rejected
that woman
him.
had just given the man the number, it wouldn't have happened. And let me say something here. This is just showing you how evil these two dudes are. They've always been like
Ringo
this.
degenerate. Too degenerate.
Yeah, exactly. They are the bandits we have always talked about. Thank you, Go Glow, for bringing that to our attention. Bandits.
He need to shut up, Angry Man. Your fat, tri-color ass, beard ass. Oh, I can't stand that bastard.
Yeah.
And for Angry Man to say some shit like that, what about his wife? Go out there and get accosted.
Right.
He wants somebody else that feel sympathy for him. You don't have a right to hit nobody because they don't give your number. She might have had a boyfriend or been married. Why would she want to give you a number? I don't understand that.
No, it just shows you how mentally destroyed these men are.
Yeah, he destroyed.
They're basically zombies walking around talking. They
I
have
told y'all
no.
of them need to be exterminated. I ain't lying. And I meant that.
Yeah, Cyber Dreams brings up R. Kelly. By the way, Ringo was supporting R. Kelly.
Yep.
After R. Kelly got convicted.
Well,
He didn't see nothing wrong with what R. Kelly was doing.
Yeah, because Ringo said 9 years old, because a woman can start a psych at 8 or 9 years old, she a woman. So whether because she 9, what that mean? Because she 9, she have a psych, or she a woman? No, she's not. She's still a kid.
Yeah. I wonder. I heard Ringo has four girls himself.
Yeah,
I feel sorry for them.
Well, he got into that Hebrew Israelite because he used to be he used to go after them church folks. Then he used to be a Christian. Then he went to the Hebrew Israelite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's evil as.
Yeah, he's evil, just wicked as it comes.
Yeah.
You got 4 daughters, and you talk about somebody when they start their period, they can get a virgin. Don't nobody want a virgin but a sick old ass man that keep hollering about a virgin.
Yeah.
Your old ass. Sit somewhere down. Don't nobody want the babies looking old.
Exactly.
Yeah, I bet you 9 times out of 10, I bet you the dude that assaulted that woman, I bet you look at his little as I say archives or whatever in his phone, I bet you he watches some of that red pill content.
Yeah, and I bet you probably got a rap sheet long as belt line where I live at. Belt line longer than motherfucker. I bet you got a rap sheet that long.
I got a secret to tell everybody real quick. This is gonna be real quick. You guys know how I got on YouTube in the first place? I got on YouTube because I started watching this channel called TYT, and they would always have, videos on how black men, discrimination and how black men and black women were being discriminated against. And so I would be getting mad because, it's like I watching these things about the footage on police abusing black men and black women. But then after a while, I kind of like started looking into to the manosphere a little bit, and then I even tuned into Kevin Samuels for a little bit, but then I went, went over to Tales for a little bit.
Tails
And then
of
I
the
even
cook.
went over
That's
to
why I
Ringo
met
for a
you
little
at it.
bit.
Tails from the cook.
Yeah, but that's, I guess the thing is that it's not like I think a lot of people think I would, I've been like this or thought like this, like anti-black man as they call me or whatever. But this is something that the men in the manosphere convinced me to be like, you guys did it because you guys couldn't act right. This is for all the fellas in the clouds. You guys couldn't act right. And every day you convince me more and more on how right I am to have this going on here, what we have here now. All you had to do was be good men and prove me wrong, and you couldn't even do that. You can't even do it.
And they'll never will, because they don't have, they know who they are as men. They
Right.
will never show, they will never show or prove anything to debunk you.
Right. Because see, at the end of the day, I'm analytical. I live and I seek and I live on logic. Is how I did is how my work was. That's how my job was. Is I didn't make any money unless I made logical decisions. So I take it into this environment, and I see all these unlogical people, and it's like, I can't get with you. You guys aren't even making the best decision for yourself. You're making the best decision for your lust, not yourself. For your animalistic behavior. That's what they're doing. I'm sorry to interrupt.
So Torch, let me say this real quick, because I wanted to drop in this real gem real quick. So I sent something to Tanya TKO, and I know that sister has a lot of followers, and she sent me an email back, and I really appreciate her taking her time to send that email to me. And I watched something that she told me. She sent me a video. She said, I want you to watch this. And I appreciated her for this, because I'm gonna tell you something. She said, something? She said, DJ Torch, you need to create a business model for your page. And one thing is this. When you see people talking about DJ Torch in a negative way, do not watch the video. If you see someone speaking negative about Cynthia G, do not watch the video. Princella, do not watch their video. Do not go into their space. Do not read, do not listen to any of their content. It gives them views. That's all they need to get into that algorithm. She said, stall them out. Stop going into these spaces where these women like Shay Sade, Crimson Cure, and all of these women are boosting up these guys. Do not listen to their content anymore. Do not interject yourself into any of the manosphere conversations. Let the mammies go over there and deal with them. Them pygmishas deal with them. Let them wrestle and deal with the Black community. You stay in the places where it's feeding you what you need to be to eat. Stay away from tables that they're putting drugs in your food, because they want to poison you to make you feel like this is the only meal that you can have is this type of man. Stop letting them poison your life. Leave these people alone. When you see that stuff come up on your algorithm, swipe away. I'm not interested. Whichever comes up, stop listening to these people. Do not go on their panels. Do not talk to them. Do not even have a conversation about them. She said, if you talk about bandits, bandits appear. Ken Billion said the same thing. Whatever you're manifesting out here is the type of people that you're going to interact with. Do not talk about these people at all. Make them as insignificant as they are. So leave these guys alone. Don't talk about these people. Move away from them. And I'm not saying not review content. What I'm saying is do not give them any likes and views on their channels. If you are subscribed to any of the men who used to have Kevin Rose Samuel channels, if you have any Black men that are talking negative about Black women, any of the other channels that are talking negative about Black women, I need you to go through and unsubscribe to all of those men and women. Drop their subscriber bases. if you see a video that comes up that is harassing Black women or saying demeaning stuff like Angry Man's video or Ringo TV's video, please let me know, because I have a qualified hit team that will go in. I will send it to Up the Ladder of YouTube. I have the email addresses for them to review it immediately and knock that channel and that panel down. We need to stop this stuff. I have techs at StreamYard that are able to go in and look at the video, block their ability to have a StreamYard account. We need to start nipping this stuff in the bud, y'all. We do. We have the power. If we are Black women empowered, how are we empowered if we don't take steps to empower the situation to make sure that we are safe? Not just in YouTube, but everywhere. We need to get, the only shoes that we need to march on right now is to march for Black women. Black women only. That's it. We're not marching for anybody else but Black women. And the way you march for Black women is to march yourself into an FBI office. March yourself into the police station. Talk about what's going on. Show them examples. Get your audience. Create the panels of information that you need to. I will talk about that on a private stream coming up. I'm going to give you information on how we need to get together to destroy this demonic work. That's it.
Well said.
Nope.
Well
See.
Yeah. I mean, media is very influential. It is. It's very influential.
I agree.
All right,
Yeah,
everybody.
Angry Man should be down, because he gets on my nerve. He always got something. You're not even with a Black woman, but you got so much to say.
Exactly. Anyway, let's finalize this. Anybody have anything they want to say before I spin the music?
No.
Go ahead, spin your music.
I do. It ain't gonna take long. DJ Torch, I want to thank you for having these conversations, and because these conversations needs to be had, I know that I, have conversations on my channel, but I'm happy that there are Black men out there that's calling this out, and I agree with the Black women who wants to leave the Blackistan. I agree with them 100%. And I also would like to say this: do not Black women, do not let Shay Sade and them stop you from leaving. Do not let them stop you. And that's it.
Yeah, brother. And like I said before, we Black men contribute, and they make this Blackistan. They contribute to making Blackistan, the same Blackistan that they want to escape and go get their passport. They want to escape. They want to escape from something that they created. That's all that is right there. I'll pass the mic.
All right. I'd like to give a special shout out to Charzay, Alexander, Betterment, Dante, everybody, Prism. You Can Get Laid, for coming to the panel. I do appreciate it. Charzay, it was good hearing your voice again.
Oh yeah, no, most there.
And you're
I didn't have to work
straightforward.
anymore. I'm straightforward. I'm a straight shooter.
Yeah. And I love you for that. So,
Amiri Brown, he going live right now. I'm about to go over. Yeah. So
everybody going to Mary's show if you want some more. I gotta go get a workout in. I gotta go do some shopping. I got some paperwork to handle.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's still early over there where you at.
Okay, so I think You Can Get Laid. Don't you have a show? Did you say it was tomorrow? And then Betterment, I know you probably have some shows coming up.
I'm just doing uploads right now.
Okay. And then, and Charzay, what's going on with you? Where you gonna be at?
You know, I'll be everywhere. I'll probably be on Taz, Bomb, you know.
Yeah, okay. Bomb. Is Bomb going on tonight?
I don't know. She might pop up, you know. If she is, I'm gonna be up there.
I swear that's one thing about Bomb Sherry. She can be up. I swear there's been times when like she, you know, I woke up and she was on, and I went to work, she was still on. I went to bed, she was she be putting in the work.
Sexy Red on now.
Yeah. Yeah, I was
She talking about the download black men in red pill spaces.
You know what's funny? Because the last time I was on there, I was trying to tell her. I told her, I said, these dudes in here, I'm telling you, because they were getting mad at me because I was telling them who they were. And now she brought it up. I'm glad she brought it up too.
Mm-hmm.
No, but she talking about some people in the wrong room.
Yeah. Interviewing Feast Johnson and shit like that.
Yep. Yep. And it's funny because, let me just leave it like that. But it's probably a good show. So everybody, I appreciate it. Your average logical thinker. I'll tell you what. Let me drop this. I can drop my email. My email's pretty secure, so nobody. There's my email. But thank you, everybody.